What's going on? How's everybody doing? And welcome back to another episode of the No Fuss Podcast. And we are here live with a concussed man.
Yeah.
Why is your screen off?
I don't know.
You just your fucking camera's concussed.
I don't know. It just started like that. Once the countdown started,
it just got all fuzzy.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
I don't know.
But what's going on, buddy? How you been? How's life? Hold on. You gotta
Well, it's been a wild week.
figure out something, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
You.
I don't know. I'm on the maybe not. Hold on. Keep going. Just go. What's going on, buddy? How you been? What's up?
Fuck. That's that vape been too hard. Yeah. No, been a wild week. Got into a car accident Wednesday night.
Hope everybody's well.
Yeah, it was lit. Everybody just walked out of it. Got T-bone back panel, spun around. I don't wear a seatbelt, so I was flipping in that motherfucker spinning.
Did you wind up in the back seat?
No, I stayed in the front seat, but when I opened my eyes, my head was in the seat, like where the seat belt buckle is, like kind of center console. But I just remember like that's not how I huddled in a ball. Yeah, like I was obviously, but I was more leaning toward my window. But then we got spun around twice, so that just fucking spun me like a top in the seat. So that was fun. Girl's got a slight fracture in the jaw, concussion, sore shoulder, little slight bruising, and yeah, I got a concussion. Just rattling around in the car, banged my knee hurt, back hurt. But yeah, I mean, car's totaled. It is what it is. We get a new one.
All right, well, at least you're all right. At least you're cool. Yeah. You made it here to another episode, and
we're gonna catch
everybody's good.
We're gonna sue that bitch.
I mean, I don't know if we should explain for legal reasons of what's going on, but yeah, I think you could definitely be possibly looking at a serious fucking payday with all the fucking negligence that went on there. That's just fucking crazy. I can't believe like that's.
I can believe it just because over the past couple of years, the left's been bitching. Oh, police, just fund the police. They're shitty, and like just from watching court cases recently, like the amount of incompetence that even happens in like murder cases where it's like, hey officer, you were supposed to collect this blood sample and do that, and you didn't do that, did you? No, I didn't. But that's protocol, right? Yeah, it's protocol. And so you didn't follow protocol? Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So like I see it a lot. It's just now that it's happened to us firsthand. It's like, oh, you motherfuckers probably should be defunded and retrained and shit.
Well, the problem is that even if you do that, and then like you fire the people that are going to be doing it, like the people who you're going to hire aren't going to give a fuck about the job regardless. Because like I feel like that's the main thing that happens now.
Yeah,
is that true. Like a ton of jobs are like always hiring for people. Like here's just a prime example. Granted, it's like a police officer is like a big, like you gotta go train and all that stuff for that. But like I just went to the Shake Shack that just opened up in Springfield.
Oh, okay.
Bro. They need to fire the whole fucking staff. Shit. It's so bad.
Damn.
Like it's like granted it's a busy place because it just opened and like everyone's probably trying Shake Shack, go DoorDashes, Ubers, Eats, and all types of shit. But like the disorganization in that bitch and just looking at it, like lack of leadership in that is like it's fucking baffling, bro. I waited in there for like a half an hour. I saw people get and they still fucked up. They fucked up everybody's fucking order.
Damn.
Like I ordered 2 of the exact same sandwiches and they fucked that up.
How?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's like impressive.
It was fucking baffling. So, but
that's fucking impressive.
Yeah, I ordered two Shake Shack or Shack Stacks. Yeah, which is like their burger with like their fucking. They have like a vegetarian burger, but it's like a deep fried portobello mushroom filled with cheese that they put on there. And then like the lettuce, tomato and shit. Bro, it's fucking slamming. But they fucking forgot one of the patties.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck, man? So
gotta be better. Got to be. Is there weed in here? Or is this ash? This is ash. Okay. That's what I thought. I get my ashtray ready. But yeah, so what's going on with you? Other than you've been to a shitty Shake Shack.
I got to try that fucking grilled cheeseburger from Five Guys
Oh, how was that?
on the same night.
Jesus
Because I
Christ.
decided, I was just like, all right, well, I'm not going back into Shake Shack right now because it's gonna take me at least an extra 20 minutes of fucking waiting for this burger. So I've seen other people sitting in there waiting for other food that they fucked up or made like didn't make. So I was like, all right, well, let me just like we're in Springfield, we got to go all the way back down to towards Aston. So let me just put a fucking online order into Five Guys real quick, get this grilled cheeseburger because I want to try it anyways. So, but that shit was fucking phenomenal,
Now,
bro.
compare it to the Fat Boy of Los Patos.
I mean, I haven't had the Fat Boy of Las Vegas in. I've had it before, but I haven't
Okay.
had it in a long time.
Okay.
So, like to
Gotcha.
compare it, like I do like the fact that there's more customization options on it. So, like,
On the Five Guys one?
yeah, on the Five Guys
Okay.
one, because you could add like mushrooms,
Yeah,
onions,
yeah, yeah.
jalapenos, mayo, lettuce, tomato, all that bullshit. So, but like you can't do that with the Spadas. So I
Right.
would like it. I could have used a little. It could have used a little bit more heat, like when they were putting it together, like for the burgers and the cheese and shit, because like some of the cheese wasn't fully
Not
melted and
melted.
shit. So
Okay.
it could have been a little bit better, but thing was fucking phenomenal. And
Interesting.
even the
Okay.
fucking one burger that didn't have a fucking patty, just had uh the fucking mushroom thing, that thing was still slamming too. So but other than that, like fucking just pretty much work. Um try trying to get this fucking real estate license still. It's
Word.
fucking bro. The incompetence of this fucking company is also baffling.
Yeah.
I don't understand, bro. So I get hit up by the real estate team guys that like who've been helping me get to this
Mm.
and through this and get my testing done. And they're like, "Hey, is there any way we can help you out?" And like a fucking um, I get a phone number for this testing agency is like who I have to register through to take the test.
Right.
So I call them and they're like, "Hey, have you like can you like yeah, I can help you register for the test. Do you have your candidate ID?" And I'm like, "No, because I've been trying to send you the paperwork to get it." And then they just hang up.
Damn, for
So,
real?
yeah, they just hung up and it just sent me straight to a survey. It was like, "How was your call?" I was like, "This is fucking terrible. This is the
Holy
worst."
shit.
Called them again and then like they were like, "Can't help you." So,
That's insane.
it's literally fucking baffling. I'm about to just take a day off of work, drive out to Harrisburg, and then try and do it that way. It's
Jesus
fucking the worst.
Christ.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's literally crazy. Like, cause this dude, I've been trying to do this for literally the last 6 months. Granted, like, it hasn't been the most like me dedicated forward to it because I gotta worry about other shit. I got baby,
Right.
I got rent, I got bills to pay, I got cars
Yeah.
to fix, and everything else. So, it just hasn't been. I just haven't been able to put like my full, and then also trying to stream and do other shit. But that's really just me trying to have fun. So,
Hey, it's important though.
yeah, I mean, if I'm doing it, why not try and get paid for it? I guess. I mean, I don't really look at it like that, but I did
But
have
nah,
one.
I mean, it just to have it as a fun, it was a relaxation thing, like a decompressor. Like that's super important versus
Yeah,
just always being on go.
yeah. Which I mean, that's what I'm doing all the time. Like I come home from work, I fucking do my dad duties, and then I come downstairs and I play Tarkov or, which is probably not best for the mental health, but and it's definitely not good for my fucking sleep schedule because I don't go to sleep till like fucking 2 in the morning.
Oh,
And then I wake up at fucking 6:30, 6 o'clock,
oh.
take a shower, go to work, and consume mass amounts of fucking energy drinks and coffee and caffeine.
Yeah, it's the type
Pretty
of
much
shit we were
survive
on.
off of it. I need to fucking drink more water. 100%. I need to at least drink a
Yeah,
gallon.
yeah, 100%. We definitely got to. We and her both got to drink more water. I drink more than her naturally anyway, but we both got to drink more as with the to help with the brain recovery.
Yeah. Get that brain swimming again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing not sloshing around,
But the
Keep it
shit
on the
is fun
drive.
though. Like half the time, I feel like I'm on acid. Like as far as like visually and like effects, I'm like, this is fucking nah. But then like at the same time, like today, like when we were at my aunt's house, like I was starting to get pressure on like my head from like all like everybody talking and everything going on. Like I was like, this is too much for me right now. Like
So do you think you got concussed to having autism?
That'd be dope. That'd be fucking dope. Oh man, talk
Bro,
about a
just add it to
bag.
the lawsuit, bro.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Just start going to Acme's and just start licking windows. Just start wearing a helmet. I'll just record you every week. Here's this motherfucker again over here, Giant. He was a normal guy, folding boxes and everything.
Oh my god! Wait, what's going on? Okay, sorry, I just saw.
We're
something
doing a podcast, Jay. All right, it's 12 o'clock. It's Saturday morning now. You've been in a car accident. Don't go to sleep.
Fucking short-term comprehension and stuff is fucking like in reading comprehension. Like I gotta read things like 4 or 5 times just to even be like, what does this say? Oh, okay, and then read it again once I fully understand what the words say, just to comprehend what this fucking sentence is. And I'm like, oh, this isn't fun. I guess that's also another doubt. Like, I can't read simple things.
At least the words aren't backwards. At least you can still fucking read them.
Yeah.
So, and then if you start wiling out and stuff, just blame it on CTE. Just say CTE. Just do some crazy shit like knock some shit off the shelves, like punch a baby in a fucking line at Walmart. Just CTE. I don't know what I'm doing.
That'd be fucking nuts. Holy shit.
What's going on? You about breaking news?
No, I saw something about I thought I saw a picture of something, and I don't think I did.
Was it Tennessee cop girl?
Jesus Christ, that is terrible. Why would you do that?
I apologize for everybody. Retention, you know, retention. Zero retention. ASMR.
Oh, okay. I did see what I saw, but it's not what I saw. No, not what's her name? The chick that was blowing half the forest. No, but we can talk about her. She's a wild one.
You know what I was looking at? She kind of looks like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age.
Oh my god, that's a really good comparison. Yeah,
she almost looks like maybe the girl version, that girl version of Sid the Sloth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. That's Megan.
Do you think she's gonna become the new meme of the girl on the couch? Like I think I mean, granted, I don't think you like the Photoshop of the picture of her. It will be a meme, but like it's not gonna be the meme like
right.
Like girl on the couch. So,
but yeah, no, she'll definitely be a meme. She'll definitely be the next. Yeah, she's gonna go viral. She's gonna be popular, very, very popular.
I think she has to be. She has to go She has to go deep dive into it though. Like she has to go OnlyFans. Has to go.
I don't see what. Yep, that's so lucrative. Like, even if you're not just, I mean, I guess you would have to. You don't have to do anything crazy, but I mean, you're already sucking 6 dicks and fucking 4, half of them trying to fuck their wife. You might as well bust pussy open on the internet for everybody, but you necessarily wouldn't even have to.
Inquiring minds need to know. Inquiring minds got to know what.
Like she could really still go the bad baby route or bad baddie, whatever the fuck that old chick's name is, and just do a bunch of teasing and talking and like. You know, doing the nonsense, like doing like the softcore. Oh, here's a picture of me in lingerie or something, like, and just really exploit the whole officer thing. Like people just love that alone. So like she could be fully dressed in the cop uniform doing cop things, and people are like, "Fuck yeah, baby!" Like, and just pay the money on the OnlyFans because they're wild. So like she doesn't even have to get naked on OnlyFans.
There's got to be body cam.
Hey, lady, if you need a manager, hit us up and. I promise you, we'll get you famous. We'll get your OnlyFans going. He will do all of the messaging to all the guys. So when you don't even have to deal with, you will. You don't even
have to pay somebody for that. You're out of your mind.
You'll start.
I'm not doing that.
We'll talk about it.
We're not talking about the fucking Predator shit. I'm not doing that either. Jesus Christ.
We are.
And plus,
doing that.
Adam 22 is probably already fucking busting that shit open. He's probably got probably sent her like numbers and like things that they could probably do to fucking put her in a cop uniform and then just make her.
Why would you think Adam 22 got?
That's what he does.
Nah, yo,
Him
but
and
that
that
was
chick Lana be taking girls that like taking like the low tier girls on OnlyFans, and then they fucking make them into career whores. Like that's how he gets the girls that are on the podcast. They
but see,
talk to Sharp
right,
and
but
make
you have
them
to fuck
wild
them.
accusations.
But they have to fuck them. That's the thing. So like,
Maybe. I
no,
mean,
that's
well,
usually how
yeah.
it
If you're
goes.
on OnlyFans, like you're gonna want to make
No,
good
no, no.
content.
I mean the Adam 22 thing. Like he takes them onto the podcast. Like the whole point of being on the podcast is after the podcast they fuck.
I'm not talking about that podcast. I'm talking about the other one, No Jumper.
Oh. That okay. Gotcha.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't.
Megan Hall. If you wanted your
Yeah,
want,
not promoting some other person. God,
shall we
damn, what
make
is
this
wrong
fuck?
with you?
Well, if she's gonna be one of our clients, we gotta have the No Fucks production team, or is it production management group? No Fucks
Yes.
management group.
We don't talk about competition. Don't be like, oh, this bull does. No, fuck him. He doesn't do any of that. All right. Jesus Christ. For all
He
that,
does
you
all
might as
that
well just
stuff. Well,
fucking
why
go
would she
sign with the
watch us?
production company.
I'm not gonna change the title to this podcast to being like Megan Hall hit us up.
Why not?
Jebediah Hall.
That might.
Now he needs to hit us up.
But for the algorithms though, that might work out because now when you type in Megan Hall or whatever, then our shit's gonna come up also. And it's like, hold on, what? They got an idea, and that's where we get the clip. Really got to work on the clip right now because this could really hit her. You just hit her with the clip in the segment. Oh, fire, fam! We really got to work on that. Anyway,
do you want to start over?
Nah, well, we got enough. She'll get the idea, but just hit us up and we'll work out the details.
She's definitely gonna be like, these motherfuckers are not professional. They have no idea what they're doing.
I've just gotten the car accident, so don't even take this as well. She'll probably watch other episodes just to be like, who are these people? But you know,
yeah, I'm gonna say you're probably sharper right now than you have in past episodes.
Great. Fucking great. So that means more accidents. All right. Perfect.
At least once a week.
Jesus Christ, I'll be dead.
Isn't that what the goal is for?
Well, yeah, but I can't do both. I can't get in car accidents creating content and then also be dead. Short-lived content.
Well, if you wear a body cam, I mean, people I think would love to see some.
I really want to chase after some predators. I told my mom about it. She doesn't think it's a bad idea.
She doesn't think it's a bad idea. Well, it's not really a bad idea to remake Catch a Predator as a show or like as a web series. Would not be a bad show. So
that's what I'm saying.
But like, it definitely is. I don't know. We'd have to we talk to Chris Hansen.
Why?
Or we'd have to talk to at least some of those groups that because we can't just be out here harassing people and then just show up at their house and beat up on predators.
Hold on. What do you mean? We're not the ones harassing. They're harassing us. What do you mean?
Yes, I know that, but like, if it goes to the internet and we're hitting them up, like, hey, I'm a little girl and I have pizza and you want to play video games, want to come over? Then it's different than like the natural interaction between fucking 35-year-old Frank and fucking 9-year-old.
I mean, Haley. Obviously, like, we're not gonna just go about it as in like whatever, but like that's how that shit goes, more or less. It's just Tommy's in the chat room, and then here comes 35-year-old Fred.
Then what if he did? What do we do if we just like, yo, hit me up on Omegle?
I don't know what that is.
That's that video chat.
Like, I don't have a webcam. I'm fucking 7 years old.
Everything's got a webcam, bro. iPhones have webcams. You got face cams.
I'm 7. I don't have a phone. I have a computer. The only reason I have this computer is for schoolwork.
Or grandma. Yeah, grandma. We're at grandma's house.
It's just how my parents are. Like, I mean, ideally, if it wasn't for this podcast, I wouldn't have had a webcam on this computer. Like, I had to go buy this thing. So it's very easy to have a computer and not have a webcam on your computer.
Yeah, but what if they ask for pictures?
Okay, that's not hard.
Where are we getting pictures of kids?
It don't gotta be sexy pictures. It's just gonna be fucking. It's just gonna be some little fucking white kid playing basketball at a park. Here you go.
Well, how are we gonna get consecutive photos of little Timmy playing basketball? I don't know. I'm just looking at the logistics of it. I am thinking a little bit too hard.
Out later.
Then we gotta figure out. We gotta like rent a space to have them meet us at.
No, you would meet him at a spot.
What? Yeah, the spot that we gotta rent to go get it. We
No,
gotta
I'm
put them in
meeting
a
you
house,
at.
right?
No, we could do this at a public thing. Hey, meet me at the park. Meet me at the mall. Meet me somewhere, and then I'll go with you from this place on. You don't have to come to my house because my parents are around or some bullshit. Like that's not the thing. It's hey, meet me someplace public, but only we know, and we can make it act like you're my dad and I'm your son. Like it could. And then when they come to this public place, because this guy's not gonna have any idea, he's gonna be looking for a
Well,
fucking
where are we
kid,
gonna get
and
little
then
Timmy to be out in the playground
he's
to
not
fucking?
gonna be. You're not listening. Listen. We tell him to meet us at the mall or the park. This guy's not going to know. He's just going to be looking for a kid. So then when we're walking up with our fucking self, he's not even going to think about anything. And everyone be like, yo, you fucking Fred? He'd be like, yeah, I'm Fred. Why? What's up? Yeah, pussy. We've been talking to you. Da, 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 da. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is you. Like, like, I don't, you act like you never seen the show.
I haven't seen the show, but
you act like you never seen a nigga get booked in like a park or niggas look dumb somewhere looking for something. And be like, oh damn, yeah, like it's real simple. And these niggas are fucking freaks, so they not even like on that type of time
in the chat rooms that they're trying to hit us up, they don't show us the pictures or anything. So like, how do we get their
what
pictures?
do you mean? Wait, hold on, what?
We gotta get a picture of the person. We gotta figure out their real name, and then we gotta figure out what they look like.
Well, that would be the whole idea. That's why we would send the pictures. Hey, well, he needs to know what he's looking for when we say meet us at the mall. He would have to know a description, and the same we'd have to know. Well, who am I looking for, sir? What did
I don't know. I like the idea. I like the idea of becoming to catch predators.
You ever meet a girl online and be like, hey, like it's just that same process. You've like I don't know how you got Ashley, but like maybe paid. Like that's usually how it goes though. It's a conversation, information's exchanged, then meetups happen. Like. It's just you're a child. You're acting as a child. I don't.
Yeah, we have to catfish as a kid. That's the problem.
Like you're talking like this process is foreign to you that you've never.
It's different when we're impersonating as a kid to get kids information, and if we're not on AIM chat. Like we're gonna have to figure out some sort of like we have to go to like Roblox chats and like.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird. See, now that would be the only thing. I don't know where to go.
Exactly, they're probably in weird places.
I don't know. No, what I'm saying is like back in the day, it used to be AIM chat for us, so like it made sense. And then once I got older, I didn't even know what like other than like the fucking adult chat rooms of like My Free Cams and shit like that. Like I don't know where I don't even know what to type in for a chat room, like for just anybody to want to chat, even if it's just.
Well, I know a couple of them are like old. Like I don't know like any of the new ones, but a lot of them are all like anonymous chats now. So and because that's where they want to be,
right? And then the anonymous chat comes into slide in these DMs.
So then we're talking about spitting game to fucking pedos.
No, they're the ones that are going to come out as the pedo. We're just going to be fucking Tommy. We're just going to be acting like an 8-year-old. The pedo usually makes the fucking move of the pedo move and says some pedophile type shit. And then the kid
we're gonna have to take a
act like
I'm gonna have to let you take the wheel on this and just drive the car. All right.
I just feel like you've never seen any of this.
No, I've seen Chris Hansen interview the guy in the room, and that's as far as I've gone. I've never seen them do.
You've never seen any
part of being like, "Yo, this is what we typed, and like this is where we found him."
Like that's crazy. That's so crazy. I don't know how you live life, sir.
Why would I watch the boring stuff? You want
not even just to catch a predator, but to like any criminal show where they were catching fucking child touchers.
I didn't watch Law and Order SVU.
I'm just saying any show. You can watch fucking a Vice episode of fucking.
I don't watch Vice. I don't watch cop shows. I'm a felon. Why would I want to watch cops?
I didn't say cops. I said Vice. Vice is the documentary channel that will like follow a bunch of different things from like how to make heroin to this person likes sex doll. Like Vice isn't a cop thing.
Never been on there. Well, I can't say I never have. But
it's also a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I don't like Jubilee and stuff like that. Like Sheltered Life.
Jubilee.
Yeah, Jubilee is another.
Isn't that like the Jesus thing?
No,
I'm pretty sure that is.
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure.
I literally
the Christmas Jubilee
on Jubilee. What in the fuck? No, I can't.
I'm telling you it is.
How are you going to tell me something that I watch? A YouTube channel that I watch.
He took the name of the Jesus thing. I'm telling
Who
you.
took the name?
Your boy Jubilee.
My boy Jubilee. Jubilee is a channel. It's like a Vice. It's a I don't want to say a big production, but it's a fucking production, I guess.
Either way. Yeah. You take the wheel on it and then you show me the ropes on how to catch these predators. I'll go with you. I'm down. I'll film it. How about that? I'll be the cameraman while
You're gonna be the guy
in these chat rooms.
You're gonna be fucking little Timmy.
I'm not Timmy because obviously I don't know what to do.
Which is mind-boggling.
Why was that mind-boggling that I don't know how to be a 12-year-old kid?
The person that literally speaks to every person in the world. You literally go outside and will just be like, "Hi, stranger," and talk to every stranger. But when it comes to talking to this
pedos,
but when it comes to talking to a stranger on a chat room, I don't know how to have a conversation in a chat room.
Yeah, but you're telling me to not be me. You're telling me now be Timmy.
You can be Kyle. You can be 8-year-old Kyle.
No, that's not working. That's not working with 30-year-old brain. Because I'm definitely telling Bull to suck dick.
You have a child.
Yeah, that doesn't help the conversation at all.
Sure it does, because
it doesn't.
It helps you be tapped back into your younger brain. You're like, oh yeah, like because she's fucking young, so like I just have to act. Oh yeah, what do little kid? Oh yeah, what would I get for my kid? Oh, I'd get this for my. So I'm probably doing this right now. Like I don't
know if you know this, Jay, but she's 10 months old. She can't talk and can barely put blocks into shapes. So I don't know how that's going to help me try to catch a predator.
Oh no!
How am I supposed to be sexy Timmy to fucking
you don't even have to
45-year-old fucking George?
You have to be regular Timmy. That's the thing. You're not spitting game. You're not talking crazy. You're not like, yo, I want to see whatever. Because you don't know because you ate. You just want to hang out with Fred because Fred said he's got the newest Xbox
ice cream.
And he's gonna play MLB. Like that's what it is. But Fred's really like, I'm gonna put my dick in this little kid. And you're like, okay, well, whenever you bring over the pizza, I like pepperoni. Right? He's like, oh, pepperoni probably slang for meat. And then when the bull fucking pulls up to fucking wherever, the pizza shop, hey, pussy, you're that guy, right? This you? This you, right?
Yeah, but then I also got to be like, hey, Fred, what do you look like? So that way I know how to open the door for you.
Yeah. Oh, Fred, you're fucking 5'6", brown hair, white, brown, whatever. Got it. Mustache? Any tattoos, bud? No? Okay.
Or yeah, like I said, you take the first like 10 or 12 of these pedos, and then I'll get the grips of it.
I take the first 2, and then I feel like after that, you can then do the training.
2 dozen, yeah, 2 dozen.
You're out of your fucking mind,
bro. Why do you have a problem with being what do you plan on doing this?
Fucking mind. I'd like to do the confrontation.
No.
Yeah.
You'll be all concussed and you'll be licking the windows. You won't know what's going on. You'll be wearing a helmet by then.
I'll be great. It'll be great.
I'm down though. We can try. I mean, we could definitely probably reach out to Chris Hansen also and try and get more with it. So be like, yo, you got any tips?
I don't want his grubby hands on it. He's probably going to be like, have you never had a conversation online?
Not as Timmy, no. Not as an 8-year-old, no.
But you used to have
not playing as an 8-year-old.
But didn't you used to get on chat rooms as a youth?
Yeah, but I was talking as a youth. Like I wasn't on there a lot either.
You just say those things. Hey, I'm Kyle. I'm wet. And
did you say I'm wet?
I'm wet. And I like cars. I really like their tires.
I like Hot Wheels. Oh yeah. I like the tires and I like to make them clean.
It's real simple. You can really just think I like playing video games. That's a fact.
I think that we could turn this into a challenge.
We could do that.
I think this is the way that we have to do it.
Do that, yeah.
We got to do the trying to first to catch the predator. Catch a predator.
I like that. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I like that a lot.
But I don't know. I feel like we got to be like, we have to get some serious, like, we got to get like either dick pics or something. We got to get something to then pin them as pedos. Because if we just get like the conversations, if the bull's just like, hey, do you want to hang out? and like they have the idea. I think we gotta have them in chat being like, "Nah, I'm
Yeah,
trying to slide this, try this meat shit."
the guy has to say, yeah, no, the pedo's definitely gonna say some things. You know, that's just how it goes. Like he's probably gonna be, oh, do you like older men or something? You know what I mean? Something be like, oh, that's.
So we need to try and figure out how we can speed run the pedos.
What do you mean speed run?
Speed runs. You never seen video game speed runs?
Okay. Got you.
Yeah. So that will be the challenge to see who can get the speed run of the pedo first. Who can get the first fucking dick pic?
I'm good on that. That's not.
Yeah, but if you're spitting, if like Wild Bull's like trying to say something and trying to slide that piece, it's just gonna show up on your screen, bro. And then that's the evidence that we got to take them away and put them in jail forever. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how many people like got put away. You know how the show ended though?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard. I
Yeah,
don't
so you know the bull
necessarily
fucking
know if I
like all
believe
on
it.
camera fucking blew his brains out and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who knows if that actually happened or
Because the
not?
cops are
So,
usually
but
there to take people away. So it's like, oh, for you to go back the next day or whatever, and then like what? I don't. That's not how the show went. So I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I don't know why you'd make it up. I don't know why like you just put that out there. It's like, this is what happened, or like this is how the show ended, and then
Like,
people were
who
like,
put it
this is
out
a
there
little
though?
wild. Apparently, it's recorded. Like, apparently, the footage is there somewhere.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if Chris Hansen's come out and said like this is how this ended, and like this was how the last episode went, but I don't know. So we've covered fucking Training Day, girl, and To Catch a Predator. Anything else we want to talk about? Do we want to go into the Tate stuff? Because you had some Tate stuff that
I mean,
you wanted to say
I
that I don't
I
know
was just
about.
saying. I just think he's going to jail from what's more come out with the allegations of him sex trafficking, and like he just self-incriminating himself with all the videos that he made by saying what he do and how to do this and manipulate chicks. Like my nigga, like it's hard to beat your own words on video. You know.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't
like
see any
fuck.
of the text messages. I've seen like there were like I've seen a couple people like make videos and like make comments about like apparently his like text messages and stuff will come out, and I don't know what any of them are. You said there's apparently some girl sticking up for him, saying that he
Yeah,
did nothing wrong.
there's a bunch of his quote unquote ex girlfriends, whatever that means, are saying no, he didn't do anything, he never beat me. It's just all rough sex. It's what we like. It was consensual, whatever. But like,
I mean, that's the same thing with like Dave
um,
Portnoy. I think like Dave Portnoy had that thing come
yeah,
out.
but it's also the same thing as R. Kelly. And then when it was everybody was saying, "Yo, R. Kelly's a dirty old man." And then when the documentary came out about R. Kelly, it was like, "Holy shit! Like you're a monster." But then he still has. I mean, hell, he has still 2 girls today. Since he's still in jail, and he's been charged with all these things and found guilty of all these crimes. They're still like, "Oh, it's wrong. The system's against them. They're lies. He never did." Like, you're good. Like some bitches just get brainwashed and will just say whatever.
I think that's Stockholm syndrome. To be
Yeah,
like, yeah. So like
yeah.
they go through it, the trauma, and then they just accept it.
And like he explains like all of that in some of these videos when he explains like how his business goes and whatever. Like he explains that he gets these chicks and brings them over and fucking,
Wait, there's videos of him like explaining.
Yeah, him and his
doing?
brother explaining how they
Is this supposed? Is this like in the Top G Academy thing that they be doing?
Oh, I don't know where these videos are from, but I've watched YouTube videos of people breaking down these videos. So I don't know where they got them from, but it's him and his brother talking about how they get these bitches
It's
and
definitely a lucrative
manipulate
business.
them. And he's like, I'm flying them to the country and I'm getting them drunk and I'm getting them intoxicated because otherwise they won't get on camera. And then I pay him this much and it's just fucking wild. Like, bro, you're just why?
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of the oldest fucking professions, man. Like, it's sex
Yeah, I
has been
mean,
selling for since the age of like this fucking dawn of people, the dawn of man. That sex has been selling. So,
like I do remember the one chick, and she's like, I guess, one of the main ex-girlfriends that are like speaking out defending him to like all these news outlets. But like I remember seeing her on my free cams, and she was always fucked up. So, and then when you listen to Andrew Tate talk about, yeah, I get the girls drunk and fucked up to get them on camera, like, oh well, that fucking makes sense. And like I wonder like whatever happened to chick. Oh yeah, she was a little baddie, but she was like from Europe or whatever. And she always was in nice fucking places and stuff like that. But she was also never really in the same place more than once, really. But she always had her dog with her, whatever. But like now you're like, oh wait, oh you were part of Tate's thing. Oh okay, that makes fucking sense. And then you listen to him, you're like, oh yeah, that even makes more even sense. Like I've watched her be
the
fucked up
progression.
on well, I watched her be fucked up on camera, and then to hear Tate be like, yeah, I get them fucked up so they can go on camera. Oh well, yeah, and you're her, and you're defending. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right, yeah. He did this. Like, yeah, I'm now on the leaning side of Tate probably. Here's the human.
I mean, at that point, I don't. I mean, yes and no. I mean, I think it's definitely leading the horse to water. Like, you're definitely promoting it. Like, you're definitely promoting the self destruction for your own gain, and like, which is definitely a wild thing to be doing if you're Islam, if you're Islamic now.
Is he
So
Islamic?
yeah, he's full Muslim now.
Oh, now,
Yeah,
like
I
while
mean,
he's been locked up.
no. This has been the last probably 3 or 4 months.
Oh,
He's
okay,
converted to
so
Islam.
got it. So
So
right before he was about to, not while he was doing all of these things of trafficking women, but just right before he got locked up. Got it. Makes sense.
is he not still? Ooh, my bad. Is
Mm.
he still not? Was he? Wait, did he stop doing the trafficking and like the cams of
Oh,
women?
I don't know. I would assume not up until he got arrested, but I mean, I don't know. Like
I mean, I'm sure
you
the
would think
beginning of
you would think a smart person would stop once like the first time they tried to get you in Romania. Like, oh man, that's pretty fucking close. Like maybe like I'll distance myself from this. Maybe I'll let my brother take it over me a little bit. Like since
I
I'm
think what you
now
got to
more of a
do.
public figure and I'm more like people now know me. I'm traveling. Like I really don't want my name attached to that if the Romanian feds ever come get me. So I would hope as a smart man he would have stopped and distanced himself. But I don't know. That's what the court case is for. I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess,
I do.
but like, yeah, if I was him, like, I'm sure the startup of this body, like the webcam girl show castles that he's been like ring of girls that he's been running has probably been a little bit wild. So, I mean, I'm sure the startup is definitely like, yeah, I'm trying to get these random bitches to fly in, and now we got to try and get them, get them on camera and stuff like that, so they can start making me fucking money. So, which I don't know how you do that and like then take their money. Like, I don't know how you pimp out bitches to be on webcams, especially like to
Oh,
start
he'll
this
tell
out.
you. He tells you on
Does he?
camera. Yeah.
How does he like?
So
Does he like tell them that they can't go home?
the gist of it is it's all about control. So the girls get over there, he gets them fly, whatever, says, hey, go take this money on cam. And then when the money comes in, he's in charge of the money. It all goes to his account, right? So
Yeah, so that way you can't go out there and crazily spend it and stuff.
right, because he'll be like, girls are stupid. They spend money, ridiculously on dumb things. So me as the man, I control the money, and I'll give her, a little bit or whatever. And then he also gets more money from them because he'll be like, I'll do your taxes. He's like, and girls are dumb. They don't understand taxes. So I'll say, I'll do your taxes for you. So that way you don't have to do taxes. And of course, the girl's like, oh, well, I don't know taxes anyway. That stuff's confusing. Cool. So they'll agree to let Andrew Tate do their taxes, which, he's like, I'm going to take another 30% or whatever the fuck because I'm the one in charge of the money and I'm doing their taxes. So, yeah, it tells you, like, and he goes into it further, like, about fucking
Yeah,
takes them.
I'll have to watch some
Yeah,
of that on my free time, some of these fucking
it's
days.
fucking. It's
So,
just like, bro, like, why?
well, I
Why
mean,
are you
you're
okay
gonna
with
have to try
them?
and start up a business. Like he wasn't always going to be like he wasn't always. I'm sure the guy that's like promoting fucking, oh, I'm a rich fucking dude with a Bugatti and fuck all these bitches need to worship me. So, like, a traditional woman should be a traditional woman, and a masculine man should be a masculine man. Like, he might have always had those thoughts, but like, he wasn't going to be the spokesperson of this. So, like,
But like,
while
how
he's
do you
trying to
have?
make this money to be the baller fucking mascot of masculinity, you're definitely. I'm granted, any rich person you ever meet is always going to be slimy in some sort of way. There's always going to be some slime story in out
100%.
every rich person. So
100%.
So, and there's just his slime story turns out to be horrible, taking advantage of women. So, like, respect the hustle,
Yeah, I don't know.
but like, that's fucked. So, because you're definitely just taking advantage of me. I don't know how you repent for that if like when you're convert to Islam. So, I mean, maybe they just like, ah, anything you do before this, you're cool. So, just don't do it
So
now. 'Cause that's haram.
allegedly, Tate also DM'd this 16-year-old girl who is the daughter of a Romanian politician, and it clearly said in her bio that she was 16, and he still tried to
Yeah. So now we're getting into child grooming,
right
and yeah, that's a
and
problem.
trying to get her over there, and so yeah, so he's got some more issues that he's dealing with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you always say, man, uh, you stay long enough in the game. Okay, well, you stay long enough the game as the hero, you eventually become the villain. So
Yeah, it's fucking insane. Yeah, but good for him. You know, reading's fundamental.
he'll have all the time to practice fucking
Yep.
Islam, all the time to pray in the world. So let
Yeah,
me
they
answer
used to
this. I got a
just
text message about
said
stuff.
he would hit her up, tell her how beautiful she is, stuff like that. Yeah, it's good for him. Good for him. Hopefully he does all of the time over there. I don't know what Romanian prisons are like, but I'm pretty sure Romania is not the greatest of a country. Hopefully the jails are super shitty. But I would assume it's shitty
Yeah,
regardless
but
because the
I'm
man was driving Bugattis, living in mansions. So anything less than that, just eating that jail food over there. All jail
yeah,
food
but I mean,
everywhere is dick.
if you're sitting there with like you have money to buy a Bugatti, and like if the state's not freezing your accounts and like taking all your money, you will just use that money to live a lavish life in jail.
Maybe.
I
This is
mean, if you just
Romania,
you grease some palms,
but it's Romania.
yeah, but
We don't
everyone loves money.
right. But what I'm saying is Romania is we don't know what their legal system entails. Like you said, the state they don't have a state. It's the
Well,
country
yeah,
that
the
controls
country,
the thing.
whatever.
So like that's that. But that right there is like big difference. So like I don't know what he would have access to as far as funds. I would assume they froze all of his accounts since they're taking all of his property and Bugattis and things. It wouldn't make sense to be like, oh yeah, we're taking all
Well,
your property,
I
but you
mean,
can have access to your bank accounts.
we'll see once he gets tried or however they do it over there, and we'll see what happens. If they like, if he goes to jail and they're like, yeah, we took all of his assets and all that shit, then yeah, he's SOL. He's gonna be eating.
He's in jail though.
I
He's
know
in
that,
jail
but like,
now.
yeah,
So he's
that doesn't
that,
mean you can't still have access to all your shit
that's what I'm saying. If they have already frozen his
or
stuff
have
and they're
people on the outside that can do that.
in the process of doing it, also I don't know it. I know and like if you watch that show, Prisons, World's Toughest Prison or whatever on Netflix, like some motherfuckers get like limits on their shit. Like regardless, like you only can spend so much on like commissary or whatever, like
No,
at a
yeah, I
time.
mean,
So like
that's totally fine, but like, what I'm saying is like bribing people that are just like bribing the jail pretty much.
yeah, I
Like,
know what
to
you
make
mean.
your fucking an easy living. But like, granted, if you don't have access to any of your money, then it doesn't matter. So
Yeah, like sure you could have people on that. Like
unless he figures out a way that he can transfer all of his funds to like to some loyal motherfucker,
And
in his
even in
family or
then,
something. But like, yeah, you always just got to worry about them skipping the town or skipping country at this point.
I
So,
would if I'm the jail, I'm putting him in solitary, so it's not even really like you're gonna have access to a lot of people. You're definitely not gonna have a celly, like, you know what I mean, shit like that. We're gonna limit just because like you could have somebody powerful on the outside. All right, if we do freeze all your assets, you could just call hypothetical Bezos, and like, no, we're not gonna. We're
yeah, but
gonna like.
also at the same time, like they might not feel like it's that big of a problem.
What do you mean?
Like if he's just sitting in a jail cell, greasing the palms of everybody he's around, like living a lavish life, but like then, but he's still not being able to put up content or like make more money than, and he's just living off the money that he has.
Mm,
Like I don't know if like their economy is gonna like really care. Like even like I don't like think that he's not like a serial killer or like a murderer or anything like that. Like Grammy, he's made a bunch of money doing grimy shit and taking advantage of these women, but like I don't know how their culture is with that topic over there.
I
So
don't know. They've
like
been
if
trying. This is the second time they've tried to get him, so I feel like it's pretty important to them. And he went after a politician's daughter, so I feel like that alone, once you start fucking with government official family members, yeah, I just don't know how that goes for you. Like
possibly, I mean, he might
you're
not be a very
powerful, but
high
like
politician.
I don't know. I don't know what their parliamentary thing is.
Yeah,
Uh,
so I mean, whatever happens to him,
but either way, you're a politic. Like even if you fuck with Tom Wolf, like that's still a problem. Even though Tom Wolf, on the grand scheme of fucking governors and importance of our government, like he's a low guy, but like he's still government. Like he still has more political pull than most. So like I don't know.
yeah, but I mean, it's not like the guys that like, or the group of people that went after the Chicago mayor or whatever. Like, they're not
No
sitting in
idea.
some solitary fucking confinement cells or anything like that, or
The
on death
who?
row. There was a plot to fucking kidnap some mayor or some governor of some area. So, and like they got all arrested, and but like they're just arrested. Like they're probably just gonna go to jail. But that's over here.
Right.
So I mean, granted, it's different rules because Romania, so we have no idea what's going to happen. So, I mean, he could live comfortably, or
He
he could
might.
live in a fucking like a Russian style prison, like in world's toughest prisons. Like I don't know what Romania's jail's like. It's probably not great. It's probably not fun. You're probably in some old castle dungeon, probably getting fed slop. But I mean, whatever. Fuck 'em. He won't be making fucking but he's just gonna go away, and then like someone new is just gonna come and take his place. So I
Oh
don't know who
yeah.
it is, but
But yeah.
apparently, like but like I mean, yeah, the shit just sells. Like it just gets views, gets clicks. I mean, you've had all this huge wave of feminism and stuff. So that shit all fucking took off. You have like The View, you have all these talk shows of just women and all this shit nowadays. So like the pendulum is now swinging back the other way where you're now just getting all these guys wanting to be like, "Oh, well, we want to be masculine men. We want to be the guys that are fucking putting these bitches in their place and making the game
Yo.
equal or even or whatever." But I mean, and also I think it's just the echo of the voice. Like you have the girls who get into the feminist groups and like they just go into to TikTok and Facebook and social media apps and they get told like, "Oh yeah, you're beautiful, whatever you do. You like don't let no man tell you nothing." And then now you have the guys who are just listening to like, "Yo, you drop this king, stay toxic." Oh, like and all this shit. They just get into the groups and the echo chambers of just hearing the other side is just shit. And then
True.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like for the guys, it can only swing so far one way. Because like eventually a dude's just gonna be like, "Yo, I need to get some pussy." So
Yeah.
like I'm just gonna do some shit to get some pussy. So
Fucking
and if like if everyone's just like, oh, I'm just gonna focus on my fucking career, then the fucking birth rate's just gonna go straight down the shitter where it's
mhm.
already kind of going because nobody's having kids because everyone's waiting to make $450,000 a year to $1 million a year before they fucking find a chick that's not trying to, or like a chick or a dude to fucking not take their money to try and make a connection with,
Right.
or have like arm candy that you're going to be making kids with. So, and then those kids are just going to come out half retarded because you're both fucking 50 years old. And yeah, they'll live a lavish life of licking windows, I guess, with the Gucciest of helmets. But like that's the way it's going to fucking go.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. It's yeah, no, it's a fact. Fucking speaking of people jails and shit, you see El Chapo's wife, the flick of El Chapo's
I
wife.
did. You sent me that. Is that a
Yeah,
girl?
yeah, it's a girl. That's his wife. Oh,
No,
that she's
yeah,
wait. No,
yeah.
that's a nigga.
Oh, that's a dude. Isn't she
I'm
in jail or is he in jail?
They both in jail.
So she's in a co-ed jail.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I mean, well, yeah. I mean, all jails are co-ed, but
Not all of them. Not state prisons in America.
there's a women's section though.
Not in state prisons.
What do you mean? So the
Like,
women have their own state jail?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like, oh, granted, like I don't know where she's I don't know where she's in jail. Is she in jail in America?
She is. It's federal though.
Yeah. See, I don't know about feds.
Yeah, because
But like federal can also be like federal has its like every jail. The jail system has its tiers of like violent, and then like if you did white collar crimes and you're low risk, and like you can get put on like a prison, which is like that's like a summer camp, like doesn't have fences. Like they pretty much put like a little tracker on you, and it's like an honor system. Like don't run away.
right.
If you do, you're gonna be going to another jail, and it's gonna be way shittier. Like they're gonna lock the doors. Here you have no doors. You can go down the street and go get pizza, and then just make sure you come back and you sleep here at night. Like you can go to someplace like that, or you can go to butt fucking Waco, or Guantanamo.
Yeah, Guantanamo.
And yeah, you're doing some seriously hard time. You're doing hard work, hard labor, all that type of shit. But I don't know if federal prisons are co-ed. I would assume after seeing this that they are, or she's getting conjugal visits.
Yeah, that's what I was
Possible.
thinking. It could be a conjugal, but Bull's locked up. It looks like.
Yeah, I mean, unless he
attire.
he just likes the jail attire, which is wrong place, wrong time, I guess. But like, not.
Now, let me ask you this question. All right, are you knocking down El Chapo's wife?
Yes, 100%.
You think it's worth it?
Well, isn't El Chapo dead?
No, El Chapo's in jail also. He's in federal prison also somewhere else in the
yeah, but then the what's going on down in Mexico is that the cartels are fucking going wild right now, right?
Right, because his son just got arrested in Mexico.
Yeah, so now the cartels are going wild, and then there's another like I saw a clip that was somebody talking about this on Rogan. I haven't seen it. I don't really watch. I haven't watched Rogan in a few months and shit. So.
I was watching him today.
But like he had the guy that was on there that was talking about El Chapo's cartel and how like the violence rate in America went down because that was El Chapo. El Chapo was getting cities and shit like that, and was like, "Oh, did you notice that the death rate and like the murder rates were going down?" Well, that's because El Chapo was like, "Yo, everybody's cool. You throw a guy some money, you bribe them, everything's hunky dory. You don't throw some big sting." But now that El Chapo's son has been incarcerated, that other cartels are fucking hopping up, and like that apparently some military dude is now running one of the other gangs, and he's just like, nah, fuck all that peace shit. We're going in there, fucking boots on the ground, fucking guns in the air, shooting motherfuckers, and we're gonna fucking make them do what we want from fear. So, like, that's the new guy. So now all the fucking they're going through trying to take out the peaceful motherfuckers, and like, but like, you know, they're still cartel members, so they all got gats and they're all shooting each other. So they're trying to take the new spots and like their way through the border. So that's why Mexico is so fucking wild right now, and people are just getting shot and killed. And because I see a bunch of TikToks of like recently that are cartel talks, like it's SUVs that are just littered with bullet holes, fucking 4 or 5 cars that are just parked on the side of the road, like on dirt roads, like around the area, just fucking littered with bullet holes and casings all over the ground and shit like that.
So knowing all of that right now, is it worth it?
Well, I'm an American, so yes. Because
See,
I don't think they're like,
I
since
don't
they're
know.
beefing down there, I don't think El Chapo's gang, they have so much on their plate with dealing with like
See,
the home turf shit that I don't think that they're gonna be like, oh well, you're busting down our boss's wife.
see
That
now the thing
didn't
is
she
though,
also snitch?
she caught a. I mean, I think I want to say yes. I don't remember what her deal was, but like
Yeah,
whatever
so
like
in
came
their eyes,
from
she's
it.
probably dead anyways. They're probably trying to get to her too. So I don't think you're gonna get. I don't think you'd get popped because you were banging his wife that she snitched and she's now playing for the other team. So I bust it down.
She
I forget what
pled
she looks like
guilty.
too.
All she did was she just pled guilty. So I don't know if you consider that snitching, but
Well, a plea deal would be you pleading guilty, but like you get these terms because you're going to provide this. So if she did a plea deal then and pled guilty, usually if you're pleading guilty, you're probably either you snitched or yeah, because if it didn't go to trial and she just pled, and unless she was just a loyal chick and was like, yeah, this
she
happened, so
she
I'm just
I
going to
mean
take a
now
hit.
her charges were only for money laundering. So I don't I guess you probably would just take the plea of guilty because it's fucking money laundering. It's not like, oh, I'm getting booked for the fucking drug trafficking and
Yeah, and all the murders and all the other shit. So,
right.
but
I'm
like,
you're
don't you think they would want to try and scare her with that to try and get her to talk about it? And then like,
But
oh, now you knocked it down.
El Chapo was already locked up at that point. El Chapo was sentenced. They got her later. So like,
Yeah,
what are you really snitching on? Like, we already got your husband. He's already sentenced to how many fucking years?
get the kids, I guess, because they're the ones that are now trying
Kids
to
are in
take over the.
Mexico.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just. I have. I don't. I'd have
Yeah.
to do a little bit more research into it and figure out like why she
Um.
got charged on what, like what her initial charges were, and like to see what they got knocked down to.
She said she accepted full responsibility and judged to consider her 9-year-old twins, who were already forced to grow up without one parent, when imposing the sentence. So, I mean,
Yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
just, I don't
not
know, like
throwing
if you just own up, I guess if you just own up to everything, that's not necessarily snitching.
It's not snitching if she didn't snitch, and she's just like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to do whatever time I gotta
Yeah,
do
like I
to
did
get
it.
back to my kids." Then yeah, but I'm like, if the court system was also like, "Oh, well, we'll if you don't cooperate with us, we'll put you on with all these other charges." And I mean, granted, I don't know if they had a case or not. They could have been bullshitting. They could have been. I don't know. I'd have to look at the case and see what was going
Uh,
on. But
the
probably not
district,
gonna do that.
the attorney, also asked the judge to consider the danger that she's in because she's El Chapo's wife and
Which makes
there's
sense.
things.
You just muted yourself. But yeah, it makes sense. Like to if that was the reason. Like, because she would be her life would be in danger due to the fact she's El Chapo's wife. I would think, but, like, I don't know if you'd still have to maybe get the okay from him, so yeah, you're still quiet. I can't hear you, and you're not on the browser, so if you need to disconnect and then reconnect, we can still do that, so
Don't need to do that.
oh, yeah, you fix it. The
Yep.
it reconnected to the other thing?
Yeah, default. What's it called? Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it because it's to like your Andrew Tate point, like the influence outside. Like I don't need you don't necessarily need the drug niggas to do it. I don't need a gang nigga. I'm El Chapo. I'm El Chapo. Like
Mhm.
just that name alone, somebody gonna want to do a fucking body for me because I'm El Chapo. So like just the bragging race alone of yeah, I fucking like, is it worth it? Because even at that point, it's like now you really don't know, and like, and you're in a jail setting, so ooh, like I gotta put what $10,000 on a nigga's books. That ain't shit. Go ahead, yo, smoke that nigga in the jail. $10,000 on the book go a long way. for a nigga that doing life and got nothing, it's a long way. 20,000? That's not
Yeah, but
bad.
that's if he's booked.
Who?
Like that, like you were saying, like the bull in his books. Are you talking about like after he does the deed, like after he fucking smokes him?
I before and after. Like I would put the word out, like, yo, who in the jail want to do that? All right, cool. I give you a little bit just to show you that it's real.
Yeah, but if bull's not locked up and like,
Even better, let it be a CO. I don't care who do it. I'm gonna put the word out there for that jail. Who wants to kill this man that's fucking my wife?
Yeah, but then that's also like saying that whether or not he's in jail or not. Like, yeah, you can get anybody anywhere. So I mean,
You
it's
mean the
probably
person that's fucking his wife? You don't know if they're in jail or not? They're definitely
we don't
in
know
jail.
if he's in jail.
You've seen the pictures.
He
What, you
might
think
just love prison attire. I don't know. It could be. It's a wild picture. They don't.
Because there's also a picture of them sitting on the ground together, like in the same thing, like just like in a like. Yeah, I doubt he just likes jail attire. But hell, who the fuck knows? If he does, if he just
wasn't he just in like whites and then like a fucking pair of Timbs?
One picture, yeah, white pair of Timbs look like fucking just sweatpants. And then the other John white tee, shorts with just some Adidas. And she's just wearing the same fucking gray jumpsuit.
Yeah, the gray jumpsuit thing. I mean, I don't know.
Like she's got the Under Armour shoes on, so it's not like, oh well, like
well,
that's what threw me off.
Shoes in jail.
I know that's what that's what threw me off. I was like, oh well, the Tim, like, well no, she's gonna like I assume, but hell, I would not want to be the nigga outside. I don't know where I'd be. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I think I would just rather wait until she gets out. She's only doing 3 years. I'll wait. We can just chat. And then when you get out, we link up. And we good. Like me and your sons, we can go to like fucking Alaska or something. Like I don't fucking know, but like we definitely not gonna take jail flicks. That's not happening.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna do it in the future, you might as well just do it now.
We not taking jail flicks. That's not happening. Like that's not happening.
But
like,
also, how's El Chapo saying it?
The same way I'm seeing it online.
But like how? But if you were doing it later, what would be the difference of you doing it 3 years from now? Than
because it's just like if you have an enemy. So like you go to so let's say you in a gang, you beef with another gang, and you go to fucking Red Lobster, right? And you post pictures with you and your girl at Red Lobster. You don't post those pictures right away. Because if you do and you put the timestamp, well, damn, now we know where Kyle's at with his girl. We're gonna go smoke that nigga right here. So you post the pictures later after you leave. So we can take the jail flick right when you leave jail, but we're gonna post it a week later or something like that. But we're not going to.
But how do you know that wasn't done here?
What do you mean?
How do you know that they didn't post the pic like after? Like Bull could have been totally. I know that.
In jail.
But so she's not going anywhere for the next 3 years. So what's the matter?
That's my point. That's my point. So listen. The fact that she's not going anywhere means she's a captive audience. If he's going to be in her life until they get out, oh, well, we know release day. So we can now wait till release day because homie going to be at release day. That's his girl. He already coming to jail taking jail flicks. So why would he not be there when she get out to just give her some real hugs and kisses and stuff? So again, we're going to smoke them niggas right when they walk out of jail. Like,
well, what if she starts getting ran through while she's in jail? What if she starts taking jail pics with a bunch of different dudes?
Maybe, but she took 3 jail flicks with this nigga at clearly different times. So now, unless more pictures surface, then sure we could talk that. But right now, it's this nigga, and this nigga's face is now all over the internet. Right, nobody else. So good luck to him. I hope the box is fire. I hope it's worth it. I hope the money and the whatever else come with it. I hope it's worth it, my nigga.
What if he's not banging it? What if he's just going there and taking the pic?
He's just a homie. He's just a friend.
Well, maybe he's just hoping to bang it when she gets out. Maybe the places she's at not letting no conjugal visits and shit.
Good luck, nigga.
That's happening.
Good luck. I don't want to be the nigga taking jail flicks with her in jail.
What if El Chapo sent him to be that?
That's a different story. Okay, that'd be something. That'd be something. That'd be fucking wild.
We don't know.
That would be wild.
Because like El Chapo's not getting out of jail ever.
No.
Unless he gets fucking like he digs his way out again.
So it ain't happening here.
Yeah, it ain't happening again.
Oh, why good? I mean, he's too old at this point. Fuck that.
Yeah, so maybe he sent this dude that he
just
did
Yeah,
to take over.
Hey,
He's got the El Chapo approval.
if that's the case, hey, shout out El Chapo, you a real one for that.
Like, or
Hey,
maybe she's like a bodyguard, or like he's a bodyguard for her, or I don't know. There's a million different ways that this story could go. So
I get it. A lot of people, when they put the picture up, they just say it's her friend, as in, like, because you're not trying to put that label on this man that he's knocking it down. Like, but we all know, like, because the internet trying to protect this man, like, oh, that's just her friend. Friend my ass. I know what friend mean. Fuck out of here. My mom called her fucking boyfriend her friend. I
yeah,
know what
but
that shit mean.
at the same time, like, yeah, it's. I mean, there's a million different things that could be gone through.
Fuck
He
outta
could
here.
totally be knocking it down. I don't know if the jail's letting it. Who knows? If the
Fuck
jail's
no.
letting it happen, um, he could be sent there by El Chapo to keep her in line. They're like, yo, yeah, or like, because if she didn't snitch, or if she did snitch, if she he, well, if I guess we would know if she didn't snitch, and because if he was like a hitman, then she'd already be dead.
Right.
So, I mean, unless he sent her or him as a just to remind her, like, yo, this is what's going on. This is what El Chapo says, and like this is what he wants you to do, like shit like that, maybe
Maybe.
as like a messenger. So, because if you just put it like, oh, this is my friend, like the internet will be like, yo, he's busting it down, but like he could very well be like, I mean, and then also like if he's also in jail, I don't know how that's working. So that's got me
That would go
baffled.
could
He
go to
can't be
your
in jail.
that would go to your influence thing to Andrew Tate. Maybe he's just greasing the and El Chapo. More money than Tate, definitely.
Yeah, but then we're talking about like that would be like if we'd see the pictures, we would see El Chapo with her, not this
Well, no,
random guy.
because El
If
Chapo's not in the same state or anything like that. So now you're talking like really greasing palms as far as like how would why would you even transport El Chapo anywhere else? Like that
yeah,
level
if
of
anything, they'd
clearance
be
and things.
transferring her.
Even then, like, why are we transferring El Chapo's wife? For what reason? To where? Like, you've got to go to some high level fucking greasing. I feel like at least higher level than the warden.
So then we're like, we got to be greasing.
Now you were talking
So
two wardens.
so
Like,
now are we
that's a
talking about
lot.
El Chapo paying to have the guards greased so that way dude can bust down his wife? Is that what we're talking about?
That's what you're talking about.
That's possible. But
That's
like,
what you're
that's
saying.
wild.
If dude's sent by El Chapo, then yeah, that is wild.
That would be a pretty wild story.
If
Could you imagine the mail letters too? Like, because there's got to be like mail contact between them.
well,
Like,
yo, what if this is the what if oh man, what if this is a play by her? So what if she is using her pussy like maybe this nigga's an op like from like another cartel somewhere down in Mexico or something that's like an op, but she out here fucking slinging ass to this nigga, and now the jail flick comes out like this is the nigga. So now you got to win the picture. Oh, everybody talk. Now we can go get this nigga. Maybe like I don't know, but like maybe she the one like, hey, yeah, see this nigga's in the same jail as me. Hey, Chapo, I can, you know what I mean?
yeah, but I don't think. I mean, granted, unless like she would have to be slinging some pussy then at that point, and like
Well,
that,
yeah,
and that has to be getting done.
yeah, but play that game though.
Yeah,
You
but like
know
if he's an op, he can't be that dumb
why
unless
not?
the pussy's that good. Like if you're the op, if you're working for the ops, and now or like if you're working for your crew, and she is the wife of the op, then I don't think you're going to be like, oh yeah, let's take this fucking jail pic. I mean, unless
Maybe,
he
but at
never
the
thought
same
it would ever
time,
get out.
niggas love bragging about fucking other niggas' bitches. That's a thing. We men. We love bragging about smacking another nigga chick down. Love that shit. We'll tell a nigga, hey nigga, I fucked your bitch. Just let you know that. Nigga,
Yeah, I mean, I
was
guess if
before
he
you.
wanted the death
So
sentence,
like
I guess.
now you're out here like, hey, well, cause you gotta think you're in a cartel though. So like you're not one of these people that are bitches. You're a cartel nigga. So it's
Yeah,
like
but you got to be a pretty high up cartel guy if you don't think like.
that's why I said like
Why?
that's why I said like she would do it like this because this guy isn't some low ranking just regular degular nigga, like he's somebody
Yeah,
in a,
maybe he's
you know what I mean?
maybe he's controlling like that, like
Yeah, like
bringing in a certain like a
he was
certain area.
competition. Like he was a high rank. Like we ain't gonna know him because who the fuck, he's not El Chapo level,
This is a
but
wild
he's
conspiracy. This goes deep.
yeah. It's wild. I like it. I like it. Hopefully though, Bull lives. If this is all just hey, he is just an innocent nigga and
And
found
maybe
in a
he moves
fire.
to Alaska and raises El Chapo's 2 kids.
Fam, I don't know. I might go to Antarctica. You gonna have to just put me in Antarctica on an iceberg, and we just gonna have to travel. Just travel wherever that iceberg
Well,
go.
Antarctica's land, just covered in snow. You'd be going to the North Pole if you're going to live on an igloo on a
No, I don't want to
glacier.
live. Yeah, I want to live on a glacier. They
Yeah, that's
got
North Pole.
icebergs down in Antarctica.
Yeah, they do, but like I'm telling you, Antarctica is landmass. There's land there.
Yeah, I get that.
So yeah.
But I'm just saying, I want to be down south where Antarctica is, and put me on an iceberg down there.
Well, you can't live there.
Why can't I?
Well, because the Antarctica is reserved as a science place.
But not the iceberg though. That iceberg just a block of ice floating in the middle of the water, and that's where I want to go. I want to get a helicopter to drop me on the biggest motherfucking iceberg out there.
I don't
Me and my
know. I don't
girl and
know.
her two
You'd probably
kids.
you'd have to ask like the surveyor to go out there and figure out what's not Antarctica. Because I'm pretty sure you can't you got to grease some palms to get over there and
Yeah.
to even get close to it. I'm pretty sure. I'm
You
pretty sure
can
there's like a big
no, you can take a
big
tour.
red flags to get there.
You can take a tour and stuff, but it's like only certain parts.
You could probably talk to some scientists and probably get put onto one of those expeditions over there, and then just go off and do your own thing.
Like live.
Yeah, go find yourself a glacier to go post up on. So, but it gets deathly cold out there.
Not deathly.
I'm pretty sure it gets deathly
Doubt
cold.
it.
Like I don't know. Yeah, I can't
Um,
look at the coldest recorded temperature in Antarctica. Sure, it's
I'm
like
just saying
negative fucking
you
50.
can 100% go to Antarctica. There's trips to Antarctica all the time. You don't need permission. And yeah, but the tourism operators, so like the company needs a permit, but you as an individual going to do whatever the fuck down there is just fine.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
So
then I have no idea where the fuck I heard my fucking.
no, you heard right, but it's just not all of Antarctica. There's it's parts of Antarctica that the world has agreed to. Hey, nobody's fucking going here.
Yeah, because
But
they have science fucking research centers there,
yeah,
which I would love to go see. I'll be like, why do you got to keep it in Antarctica? What are you doing? What are y'all doing over here? That like it needs to be in Antarctica.
uh,
That's kind of like the International Space Station too. Like, I mean, granted, for the space station, you're doing space stuff. So, like, how much cold weather stuff you got going on? But
well,
like now that you don't have like an island in like the around the equator that's also like all the countries have an agreement to like not claim and they use it as a research island.
yeah.
Like, why is it Antarctica?
Well, it's super cold down there, and it's the coldest place seems on the earth.
So then, do you think that it's just got to be all like medical stuff, like doing virus
Yeah,
stuff and straight?
probably. Because that stuff doesn't breed well in cold. So yeah, probably. I mean, that's probably if you're smart, you're doing all of your like super dangerous viruses and like trying to like cure like the most contagious of things because if it were to ever get out, it's definitely not surviving.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as it is outside, this shit would be dead. But
The
like, I don't know.
the coldest temperature it's ever been recorded in Antarctica is a minus 135.9 Fahrenheit.
Oh my god, bro!
Yeah.
It's like literally go outside and your hand just freezes off. Like as you stand in the doorway, you put your hand outside, it just turns to fucking frostbitten. Just
Yeah,
turns
it's
to
cold.
frozen, fucking crushes your bone.
The four coldest temperatures ever recorded are all Antarctica. Minus 135, minus 128, minus 117, and minus 116. And then Alaska had minus 100.
Oh, that's cold.
Yeah, that's cold still.
That is fucking cold.
But if you go from minus 135 to minus 100, you're probably like, hey, this is not bad.
Yeah, this is probably fucking great. This is like a being
Yeah.
in a sauna.
Wow, could you imagine the wind chill if it's already minus 135, 136, plus a fucking 40-mile-hour wind? Oh, that's adding what, another 10, 20 degrees? You're fucking. I don't know how you stay warm out there.
I don't know how you would stay warm at all. Like you'd have to have like fire like on your back or like in your clothes. Like that would be.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know how you do it. You'd have to wear like you'd have to look like the Michelin Man in clothes easily,
yeah, 100%.
and like be around a heater, like
And
body
and
on a
gotta
wood
be
stove.
white. Gotta be white. Can't
I
can't
don't
have
know,
any
man.
type of darkness in your skin. No, our bodies are not made for that
I
at
don't think
all.
so. Well, yeah, because you're not being able to take in the heat from the sun. But like in a negative 135, I don't think you see the sun. I don't think a nice sunny day is going to be negative 135. Plus, I'm pretty sure 6 months of the year in Antarctica, it's dark.
They said summer temps reach 50 degrees. So,
That's
um,
nice.
yeah, it's
That's
not bad.
lit.
It's not
Could you
bad.
imagine that like 3 week span of summer that you get down in Antarctica? Which would be like December. That would be like right now, actually. Because it's closer to the sun
Yeah.
right now because of the way the Earth tilting works.
Right.
So,
So they
so like
say.
July, it's negative 135. And with global
Ooh,
warming, it's probably getting colder
in
in the wintertime.
2020, it did hit a high of 69 Fahrenheit.
Global
So,
warming doing its thing.
yeah.
What was the lowest temperature recorded in 2020? Can you find that info?
Um, it doesn't say it in this article. Wait, hold on. No.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, no. No. It was just in this section of what was the highest recorded temp uh ever in Antarctica, and it just so happened to be in 2020. It was the highest it's ever been.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't even know where you would get clothes to fucking deal with that kind of temperature.
It's probably not that bad now with our technology of like heated gloves and like heated jackets and stuff that have like
Yeah,
battery powered stuff. So it's probably not that bad.
I'm sure you could wear like two or three like of those battery powered fucking, but like negative 135.
I mean,
Like you'd probably have to have heated everything from head to toe, like and probably like double layers, and then like your big fucking Michelin Man jacket to be able to keep that shit
like
warm.
you'd probably wear what you would wear climbing Mount Everest because that's super fucking cold, super windy. You're on a
Yeah,
mountain.
yeah,
You have to,
yeah, probably.
so
And then if you're, yeah, I guess if you're doing shit, you're exerting energy, and you'll be warming yourself up too, anyways. So
yeah. Damn,
yeah, that'd be wild.
it's only so it said Antarctica was minus 135. Space is only minus 185. That's only a 50-degree difference. That's not
Yeah, but I'm
that
pretty
much.
sure if your body goes like, I'm pretty sure if like human flesh goes into the vacuum of space, the problem is that there's no air. So like, I
Right.
guess
So you,
since
you
it is
can't
the
touch.
vacuum of space, you can't figure it out what it would be, what it would do to the body. But I'm pretty sure, like in space, if you
Probably
expose
instantly
your flesh
freeze.
to it, it'll either instantly freeze or like it just crumbles apart. So I think
Yeah, that's
I'm
because
not
there's
sure. I
no
mean, I'm
air
doing
though.
this based off of movies and stuff. Haven't seen any spatial experiments of putting
Putting human
physical
flesh.
things in human flesh or physical
And it'd
like
have to be
animals into the vacuum of space. But like, granted, with the vacuum of space, like different things happen in the vacuum. Isn't
right.
that also very weird that like outside of the planet, like due to the ozone, it protects us from the vacuum of space. And like, I don't know if you've ever done experiments or anything like with a vacuum or like in a vacuum, but that's just fucking wild.
No, couldn't tell you. Explain it.
Like to suck all of the oxygen out of something, like
Hmm.
for you to instantly put like if you were to open up a hatch and just put something into the vacuum of space, like Yeah, have you ever put a fucking like? Have you ever you vacuumed before? You picked
Yeah.
up a fucking paperclip or something off the floor.
Oh yeah,
I would
yeah.
assume that would be the same thing as you opening the fucking door to a space station and you're on the
Mm,
other side of it, like suck you fucking right out. But then I guess you would like you
yeah.
would just sit there floatless or like weightless and sit. So
I don't know. I don't know if I believe space. I don't. Well, I don't. So yeah, no.
I don't. So
Because I thought about it for odds. I don't believe in
so wait a
space.
minute. Wait a minute. Why are we talking about this? I don't believe in this.
I don't believe in space.
This is all
But
simulation.
and just as far as like, but I mean, like, if space was like, it's just odd. Like, oh, it's only 50 degrees. Like, just as far as temperature goes, like, that's not that crazy of a gap. So it's like, oh, you could probably bear that, other than the lack of oxygen.
This is gonna put me down such a fucking rabbit hole of fucking watching shit get put into space. Like, just I want to just see people. I want to see what like. Do you
Make
think that
believe.
the International Space Station like flushes its turds out to the space?
I
I
would
like to
hope
think it
so.
does.
I don't know why you wouldn't. It's a
I don't. Yeah, I don't know why you would. They well, it's probably not.
what?
I was gonna say it's probably not like environmentally friendly, but
It's
like,
space. Why
yeah, it's
not?
space. I don't know. You don't
Yeah.
want to.
Why?
You don't want to litter in space.
It's
What are
not
you fucking
litter.
littering? You're littering.
We always litter. We're humans. All of our
Yeah, but
space
like,
junk is up there.
yeah, but it's our space junk.
So is our
Not like,
poop.
yeah, but it's not like like we put it up there, and then like because it's up there and is as junk due to the fact that we had to get it up other things up there.
So
So like
so
satellites and shit, like granted we can't bring them back down. So I would assume that with the space station, like now these are individual people. I'm sure NASA has some weird fucking program where they probably don't want to save the turd. And also, how would you'd have to airlock and like physically put the turds out there. I don't know if you could just
what do you
turn on a
mean?
sucker like an airplane tube that would just because you
Push
couldn't
it.
flush the toilet and it just opens a hole to space
Why not?
because you would depressurize the fucking space station.
No, not if it's in its
Everyone
own.
would just get sucked towards the
No,
fucking toilet.
no, not if. No, 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 no. It wouldn't,
Yes, it
because
would.
you would make that compartment decompress. Like, so you'd shit. Like, think of like a porta potty setting. You
But
shit
then
in a
you'd have to
porta.
have the toilet send the shit into an airlock.
Yes, so
Is that what you're
that's what I'm
saying?
saying. You shit in like a porta potty type of setting. It's there's like a wall there, whatever. You hit your button, it drops down into a thing, and then once the door slides back up, which would then compressorizes, then poof, out the thing, and we're good.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah, who needs poop? Why would you not? Like, because I can't, because like we don't send enough things up to space to even to rationalize it. Like, so what is there, a tank that just fills up with human shit, and then when the astronauts are on the way home, that thing just attaches to it? Because we've never seen anything like that.
I don't know.
So
We need to get an astronaut. We need to talk to
you
an
know,
astronaut. We need
like
to ask
it's
him.
fam, we have Google.
Also, do you think they strap themselves down to a toilet?
What do you mean? Oh, because of gravity? Oh,
Yeah, 'cause of
yes, yes,
gravity. Like, I
yes.
feel like taking a shit has gotta be
Um,
rough.
so again, I don't believe in space, but they one time they did a
Like a
walkthrough of,
presentation thing?
yeah, walkthrough of the space station. Some news channel is there, and like I do remember the guy sitting on the toilet and having to put a seatbelt on
Oh,
to
keep them
keep him
float on.
down.
That's
Yeah.
gotta be fucking hard as a dude.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like because you gotta fucking strap yourself to this fucking toilet, then you gotta fucking put your point your dick down,
Oh
and
yeah,
then you're
that's
gonna piss, and then that shit's gonna be, like, floating and shit.
yeah.
So,
I wonder how that works. Like, is it
you got, like,
just
a vacuum, you just pee into a
hmm?
vacuum, or maybe
Or no?
they
You do the
add
bathrooms
some
have gravity?
I don't know. I can't believe they would if you need to buckle yourself to the toilet.
True.
So, it does seem weird that, like, we couldn't make a space station that would, like,
Wow.
create gravity, I guess. I don't know how you would do that, but, like, I feel like
Yeah.
if we're pressurizing and pumping air into this and how do we do that, by the way?
What do you mean?
Like, are we sending
Oh,
air tanks up there? How
I
is
don't
it
know.
getting air?
I don't
Is
know.
it recycling the air?
Probably. That would make
So then there's
sense.
got to be like oxygen scrubber or like CO2 scrubbers that are turning the
Probably.
CO2. So then,
Oh, so interesting. So
yeah,
they
you got to be
don't.
my eyes and my
They don't.
Jamie. So
They don't necessarily shoot poop out. What they do is they recycle it. So
they grow
people,
food with it. They fertilize with it.
right, and they recycle their piss into drinkable water. So there's that.
I mean, I think that's
Um,
pretty much tap water in today's world, anyway. So I'm like pretty sure that's how that works. I've been to one of the water treatment facilities. That shit's gross. That shit stinks. So
yeah, I'm shooting it right out of an airlock.
then you're gonna be like, oh well, I'm drinking fucking tap water. You got to be drinking natural spring water. So just
I'm
so you
shooting.
know,
Uh,
because if you're using any type of uh like purified water, like or any of those pH waters, they're pretty much just tap water. They're just like mineral filled tap water.
Yeah, fuck that.
I found that
Fuck
out by
that.
some fucking weird water sommelier. Is
Oh
that the
yeah.
word for someone who fucking tests stuff or is like an
I
expert in them in tasting and testing? I think that's the same word.
I
I'm
have
not.
no
I'm
idea.
retarded. It's fucking late. So, all right. Well, did you find anything else saying about like how they use the air? Can you figure that out? I'm
Uh,
tickling my brain right now. Like, do we send up air tanks? How do they have air?
how does the space station have air? No. Get oxygen? Is that what we want?
Yes. How does the space
Oxygen.
station have oxygen? And are they
Elect
breathing just pure oxygen?
electrolysis. Electrolysis. Um bring oxygen, make oxygen. Okay, so the astronauts bring oxygen from Earth and then they make oxygen by running electricity through water. This is called electro whatever the fuck. Um
Electrolysis. I
yeah, there
think
you go.
that's the word.
That sounds right.
But then, yeah, that does make sense. So you bring up water, which you need to live, and then
So you
you
bring
just
up oxygen.
well, I mean, you bring up tanks of oxygen, but then you can also take up water, put it in, like, shock it with electricity to mess with the chemical composition of the water, so it releases some of the oxygen. I don't know what happens to that water afterwards. I'm sure you kind of.
It says the air and water on the space station all originally came from Earth. Transport these vital supplies to the space station when they travel there on a capsule type of spacecraft.
Yeah, because they
Oh,
figure
okay.
it's
So they also get oxygen sent up through unmanned spacecraft and stuff.
pretty much just maintenance fucking shuttles.
Yeah, so that's how they also get fresh oxygen to
That's
continue
wild.
this. That is wild.
Who's funding that? Who's paying for that?
Depends who's there.
Well,
It's
I think
probably
Americans are always there. I think Russians are always there, and I think
yeah,
Chinese are always there.
it's theirs. It's the Russian space station, so yeah, they're always there. And hell, actually, I don't know if we're not there anymore. It's only Russia. Once the war started in Ukraine, they kicked everybody out.
Well, it's the International Space Station.
Russian. So no, they're all.
Do we have confirmation on that? Because I think we
They're the
sent a
ones who
lot of
made.
shit up there.
They're the ones who made it.
I don't know
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, they made the International Space Station. So it's
Well, I'll have to read up on that.
technically theirs.
Because I want to say you're wrong. I want
I don't
to.
think so.
I don't want to say you're right. I don't want to. My patriotic duty in me wants to claim the space station. We own the moon. Oh, did you hear that China wants to try and claim the moon?
Yeah. Yeah, the
When, like,
Soviet Union in 1971 developed and launched the first space station. There we go.
So they have the first piece though, but then we sent up a bunch of that's why we made the space shuttle, so that way we could take pieces up to the International Space Station, and we then helped build it. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%. I'm not a fucking expert on anything other than apparently washing tires. So this is way too high grade of trying to be smart at the end of this podcast.
Damn, it wasn't completed until 2011.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
This thing's been getting built for the last 40 years.
Yeah, 1971.
Because with the retirement of the space shuttle was one of the last pieces.
Gotcha. I don't know. I don't believe in none of that shit. But
you don't believe in the space shuttle? That's a plane.
I don't believe in
it's
space.
A space plane.
I don't believe in space. So no, I don't believe in the space shuttle because I don't believe that they would have made the thing that went to nowhere.
You can see it. It's in a museum.
Sure. I mean, they also have dinosaur bones that aren't real dinosaur bones in museums. So, let's not go with what's in museums are real because a lot of it's not. You're just gonna prove my point more. So, we could, just catch the dub here.
But we've seen them.
We've seen what?
You
dinosaurs?
Can go see. No, we've seen the rockets launch and go beyond where we can see them,
and that's
then
it.
Come back.
Right, and you're gonna call that space because it went somewhere that your eyes couldn't see anymore. And you just assume it went to space because they told you it went to space.
So then you think that they're lying about these satellites and these. How would you explain satellite TV? How would you explain seeing Sputnik?
I don't know what Sputnik is. What is Sputnik?
You can see the International Space Station in the sky at night.
I don't know if you can or can't. I couldn't tell you. I don't believe in space.
But I don't believe in. But if I showed you the International Space Station in the sky at night, would you believe you? I think you could kind of see it during the day too.
No, why would I believe in something that I don't believe in? I don't believe in any of it. I don't believe the moon is real. I don't believe in anything above the earth. What is so hard to know?
But how? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? It's simple. What do you mean?
Then how do you explain all those random pictures of what this is a nebula and this is these planets that are all the way out there?
Do you mean the made up pictures?
Yes, like the picture of Mars. Why do you think someone would make up a picture of Mars?
To continue the bullshit story of space.
So
space is the only thing that they were like, hey, this thing is infinite, and then they were like, hey, this thing's even more infinite than we thought. What the fuck? Infinite means it goes forever, and now it's more forever than you thought.
So it's always expanding.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Well, is that why you don't believe in space?
There's a lot about space that's just not logical. But
what do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You know what else space is? This right here. This right here in front of me. This is space.
That's not outer space, though.
It's not outer space. Outer space is
that's
in
different.
Outer space.
And that's different.
That's the space out there.
Right. In outer space, I don't believe in. It's not real.
But then do you believe in inner space?
What the fuck is inner space?
Inner space would be all the stuff that's in here. This right here. That's inner space.
Inner
space?
This is
not outer space. Outer space is out there. This is.
Are you making up words? What the fuck? Yeah, I believe in inner space. Yes, I am aware of things
because you can see them and you can touch them, right?
Not even necessarily. So, all right. So, to be fair, do I believe in space? No, because I put it in the same concept of time. Do I believe in time? No. But for the concept of living life, sure, I get that time is a thing just for our human brains. But I understand that time isn't real outside of Earth. So, like, I
So you don't think that
So is distance real? I don't even know if this is real. Like I don't even necessarily believe that this is a real thing, that whatever I'm experiencing is real. And I need to know what a definition of real is, because if it's just something you can touch or whatever, that's not necessarily real to me.
But how do you explain being able to see the same lights in the sky for the last 20 years?
What do you mean?
like you can look at the constellations in the
Oh,
sky,
well,
and
that's
then
also part
certain
of my bullshit of I don't believe in space. The fact that I've only seen the same fucking constellation in the same fucking spot my whole life and everybody's life, but yet you're gonna tell me we're a ball spinning at so many fucking miles an hour through a galaxy or a solar system, but at the same time, coincidentally, everything else is moving at just the right amount of speed to where actually it doesn't look like anything's fucking moving at all. Same with the moon. Yeah, that thing's also spinning at a crazy rotation so much that so perfectly that you're never going to see any other side of it ever in life. It's always going to be one side that you have no fucking idea of. Also, we say we went there one time for whatever reason, never went back. Just and we
there
then we
wasn't
say,
anything there. Now we put
yeah,
something
whatever.
there. Why would
And then
we
we
go
said,
back?
then the argument was, well, we didn't have the technology. We lost the technology and had the fuck you mean you lost the technology and the paperwork to get to the moon? I don't know. I thought it was a historic event. I thought it'd be something maybe
They had a
you want to keep
crazy
around.
party
Fuck
afterwards.
out of
They
here.
were so hyped.
Stop it. Stop it. You niggas are out of pocket. They also said something about when they went to space, there was like a fucking barrier or something like that they had to get through, and they were surprised they got fucking get through it. I forget what the barrier is now, but the Van something barrier.
Gravity.
No, it's the Van something barrier, and it's like NASA said it's an impenetrable barrier. Impenetrable means shit don't get through it.
Well, yeah, but things
we got through it.
Everything's impenetrable until something goes through it.
You said it's impenetrable now.
Yeah,
like in the past couple years, NASA was like, yeah, it's an impenetrable barrier. But you niggas got through it back in 19 something, whatever, when nobody knew nothing about nothing. But now all of a sudden we can't get through this barrier. Fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, but what if they just said that so that we don't have to spend all the money?
Fuck out of here. Look, and then these bitch ass niggas going to come out and be like, oh yeah, all the pictures that we see of Earth and the stars and all that shit, that's actually just a person drawing it, because the satellites don't send us actual pictures. They just send us data because the images are so big, it has to get broken into data. And somebody reads the data and then translates that into draw what they think of. And then you had some dumb fucking NASA motherfucker be like, yeah, that picture right there of whatever, I think it was like Jupiter. He's like, I drew that. You drew that? So now I'm just going off of Jupiter, off of what you fucking think? Fuck you. Jupiter could be really fucking purple, but this motherfucker wanted to draw it orange one day, and that's where we're all going. Fuck that.
But you can look at Mars through a telescope and see that it's red.
Stop it.
What do you mean stop it? What do you mean
we're not doing that. No.
We will buy a telescope and look at Mars.
It's not real, bro.
What do you mean?
It's not real.
It's all there, bro.
It's not
all
real.
There.
It very well could be a fucking spotlight in this joint. You ever see the Truman Show with Jim Carrey? Was it Jim Carrey? Who was in the Truman Show? You ever see that movie though?
The movie of him playing Truman.
Yeah, the Truman Show.
Yes, I've seen the movie.
Yeah,
where he it's a autobiographical, I think, movie that's like Jim Carrey's playing Truman, and like how he went nuts and crazy.
No, not at all. But it's a movie about a guy named Truman who's actually living on a fucking reality television set for his whole life, and he didn't realize it. And then
it drives him nuts.
No,
he just escaped. Pretty sure he knew that it was a show.
No, he didn't realize it was a show until middle through his life. He realized something happened, and he was like, "Oh wait, all of these things happened." And he did something to see a reaction, and then he was like, "Oh shit." And then he was like, I'm on a fucking TV show. And then he tried to get off the TV set, which he eventually did. And he's like, finally. But that very well could be us. You've seen the South Park episode where we all thought we were on Earth, and then come to find out Cartman and them go up to space with some fucking aliens. And it's like, this is all a TV show. You don't fucking know. Like you've never been there, and you only
can buy a telescope and look at something,
but that doesn't make it real. That's what I'm saying. Like all that shit could just be a fucking black screen, and we could be very fucking small on the grand scheme of things, and this could be a fucking reality TV set for the bigger picture. Like you just don't know, and your own. And like my thing was like, I don't. They really made me get into this was like I didn't start. I was like, fuck white people, and like. All of their they say this and we just got to go like it's gospel. Like, motherfucker, I don't know what this is, but I just know some old white man says space is this and we all fucking ran with it. And I'm like, I'm not rocking with whatever just white people say back in the day, because fuck them. Who was them niggas? So it just got me into this fucking thing of like, well, what the fuck is space? Like, I don't believe that shit. But like,
so then all the
I'm
people
good. Like, I ain't never been up there, so I'm just not rocking with some random most white people to be like, oh yeah, bitch, I ain't never been up there, so I'm not rocking with just some stranger telling me something's fucking is what it is. But now, I'm not going for that. Sorry, you got me fucked up. I'm not one of them sheeple out here that just gonna go with whatever niggas say and just be a fucking crazy for that. Crazy.
So then you think that every astronaut is a paid actor?
Yeah, it's not hard. It's really not hard. Hell, the one motherfucker's crazy. Buzz Aldrin is literally batshit fucking crazy. So niggas don't even listen to what the fuck he say. Niggas don't care about astronauts. But niggas don't care about astronauts though. What name the most recent astronaut that was popping. The first niggas that everybody cared about was Buzz Aldrin and the fucking other nigga that I don't
Neil
know his
Armstrong.
name. Sure, him. Other than that, after that, nobody didn't give a fuck because going to space was such a common thing. So it didn't fucking matter because then you weren't also going anywhere. You were just going to the space station. So it wasn't even like a big deal to give a fuck about whoever Cindy Lou Who was that went up to space in fucking January of 20. Nobody gave a fuck. She could come home tomorrow. She could walk past you, my nigga. Nobody gonna give a fuck. She's not gonna get a Wheaties box commercial. Nothing. Like, it's over for it. Nobody gave a fuck. Bitch, you went to space. Cool.
Yeah, because they're all just scientists at the end of the day.
Right. So
nobody cares about scientists.
Right.
People
so you're saying
it's
like to say, oh, are they just paid actors? Yeah, it's not hard because niggas don't care about them anyway. So it's not like you're really like promoting, like, hey, guess what? We have a space launch coming up tomorrow. These are the astronauts. It doesn't matter anymore. It just nobody cares. So nobody's gonna give a, it's not even like I'm a paid actor. Like, just say you went.
You were gonna do that to some of the first you had all the way up to like Apollo 11 or whatever when the school teacher like blew up or whatever.
Right. So and like nobody cares.
No, but people did care back in the day because this shit was crazy. Those people going to the space station and then they were coming back and then they would talk about it and stuff.
And people believed it, like everything else. Because why would they have anything not to believe?
But then why would they keep with the same story for so long?
Because you're a paid actor. This is your job. Just like anything else. This is your job. Do your job. And then if you go against it, you're just going to seem fucking crazy because everybody else is going along with this story. So if you're the one guy, it's just like the government. Oh, yeah, everybody says there's no fucking aliens. And then you had the one crackpot CIA agent that would leak his thing and be like, no, actually, I did see these fucking aliens. And everybody like, oh, he's fucking nuts because he's going against the grain. It's not hard to just make somebody look crazy, especially when you're the government. Just like, nah, he's capping, yo. Look at 10 of us say he's wrong.
But what does the government benefit by saying that creating the story of space?
Well, all right. Well, that would be the same argument that people had from very back in the day when they said the first space launch wasn't real and that it was made up. Like, what's the benefit of making it up? Oh, I don't know. There was only a space race going on. Our beef with Russia, like only political and world gain could be made from. So then the end of the
Cold War with the space race was they came to an agreement that space wasn't real?
I don't know what they came to agreement. I mean, they probably realized because what happened. I don't know if you know, but at one point, motherfucking Russia after the space race, and we win and we drained Russia of all of his fucking money and his government trying to get up that bitch. We sent a bunch of nukes up into space for whatever fucking reason. Ain't nobody explain that shit. Well, why y'all both niggas? What did both you niggas go up into space and see to make you niggas both be like, hey, we gotta send a bunch of nukes into space?
Well, I mean, that's also
y'all ain't never agreed on shit before, but did y'all both go to space, come back, quote unquote, go to space, come back, and be like, we gotta send some fucking nukes up there, which then makes me think of a fucking barrier thing that you motherfuckers say you niggas can't get through.
But then also there was like the whole thing of Trump making the Space Force.
Right, sure, anybody can make anything.
But like, why? Why would you need a Space Force if there's no space?
Because you're getting
and you are part of you are now part of the government, and you're the spokesperson for our country.
Right. So why would you?
So then, like, you're telling me that the Illuminati powers that be that are running the things in the shadows are now telling this man to make a space force to perpetuate people's more like, oh yeah, let's make them really believe that there's space and that we need to protect us.
Because you know why? Because
space, even
because it's simple. Look. Because if you know what happened, if you peep game, you really peep game. Look, so Trump come out. Look, if Trump come out with his bullshit of Space Force, right? Which it wasn't even Trump. Obama actually started the Space Force right before he got out.
Okay, whatever.
But no,
Whoever was president to
I'm just
be
saying that's
space,
how
but
it
like
really
still
started.
Space Force is still a thing now.
But the thing is, if you peep game, the Space Force came out, and niggas, games, whatever, jokes. So then the narrative came out of aliens. Now you start seeing all these drone footage. You have pilots coming. Yeah, actually, I saw a little pebble, and it flew, and it did all these other things. So now you got motherfuckers hype thinking there's aliens around, thinking aliens are back. Oh my God, the aliens. What are we gonna do to fight the aliens? Now you got the Space Force out here doing its fucking thing. Oh, this is why we had the Space Force. Thank God for the Space Force and Trump or whoever made it. And you just continue the perpetuation bullshit of space being real. So that's how you justify it. And you keep sending money into some as the government, and you're just like, oh well, space. Like it's just a way to funnel black hole money. It's Space Force. Just more taxes, more tax money to go to this, which is actually just a secret fund and a code name to go spend it on fucking hookers or whatever the fuck they want to go spend it on. So yeah, Dow, space isn't real,
but then you're going. You're creating a whole branch of military where now you're making a whole bunch of
but that happens all the time.
Actors that are but you're now talking about like thousands of people that you now.
If you listen to Mike Baker on Rogan, he says that shit happens all. There's tons of fucking mini departments and secret divisions and agencies that don't do a fucking thing.
Yeah,
but they get money. So how is this any different?
Yeah, but now we're talking about everybody being in collusion to know that, like, you know, we're you're signing up for a branch of the military,
right?
That
isn't supposed to exist.
Doesn't exist because space doesn't exist.
Right, which happens in the government all of the time. You're signed to a secret thing and said, hey, if somebody asks you about special project, whatever, you're not a part of it. Again, how is this any different?
But I'm so confused. People want to be famous.
And if you go against it, now you seem crazy because everybody else, including the government's going to be like, hey, he's lying. Why would you believe this man? Hey, actually, and we're going to discredit. Who was the guy that said on Rogan that said he saw the aliens?
But then the girls that Bill Clinton slipped, or not Bill Clinton, but Bill Cosby slipped drinks to, all of those women just randomly piling onto the same case wouldn't be the same thing that they would do.
Wait, what? What is Bill Clinton got to, or Bill Cosby?
Bill Clinton, Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
What I'm saying is, like, when some person usually starts going with their ideas, usually then other people are like, oh yeah, I seen that. Kind of like what you're saying with, like, I seen the pebble fly by with the space, the Air Force people with the videos.
My nigga.
So you're talking about like, so one person starts saying, like, says the alien stuff, like Bob Lazar, and then they're like, oh well, he's just crazy. So, but like, if other people had seen it and didn't come out about it, then unlike, all right, I'm not saying this right. So
no, because you're comparing a civilian with a limited amount of funds to the United States government with unlimited amount.
Yeah, but you're talking about humans. We're all talking about people here,
right? But what I'm saying is, you're talking about Bill Cosby, but you're talking about Bill Cosby and 10 women that he raped. That's one thing versus one man coming out against the whole government. Coming out against the whole government, even if you have, bro, it happens all the time. Old CIA and FBI would write memoirs and open things and be like, I saw aliens. You have a stack of people that say they say aliens, but do you have a bigger mass of people, government and everybody else saying, no, they're all fucking frauds. Bob Lazar, which Rogan even was like, hey, that's real, I've seen it, was like, hey, he had his documents altered. He really did graduate.
Why don't we have stacks of people that are not saying that space is not real?
What do you mean? You have a fuck ton of people saying space is not real. They're part of the conspiracies on YouTube. You have to go down the conspiracy theory YouTube channels.
So then why are we talking to the same people who are believing in conspiracies of Pizzagate? Why are they believing in this stuff as well? And then, but not like being like, no, that shit's fuck shit. But like this whole space thing not being real, that's just real.
Wait, what?
Why would you also be like, oh, you'd be on you're on 4chan at this point. You're on the conspiracy channels of YouTube and 4chan. Where you're getting these people that are believing that space is not real, right?
I'm not. I'm getting it from YouTube and my own thoughts. Like, I didn't believe it was real, and then I got on YouTube and I wanted to look up like more things.
Is space real?
Right, and like but just to be like, what makes people fucking think space is real? And then I'll be like, oh wait, hold on, 1 + 1 isn't equal to 2 here. I'm just using now common sense.
So then are you saying that big tech is now also silencing the people that are true, that know the truth of that space is not real?
What do you mean? No, because you can easily watch any video, but the masses are going to say you're crazy. People say the earth is flat. Masses are going to say you're crazy.
Yeah,
That is
because
my
there's
point.
pictures of it being a ball.
But that is my point. The masses go against you. So even if you think you are right and you could be right, the mass media narrative is you are wrong, you are crazy, you should be canceled.
Yeah,
That
because
is
you
my
cannot
point.
produce proof that proves your position. When
They
there's
can't
mountains
produce
of proof
proof
for proving.
either.
Yes, you can.
No, they can't.
If
They
you say
cannot
that the
prove that
Earth is
space is
flat,
real.
you get shown a picture of the Earth being round.
And that picture would then go to my point of space isn't real because any picture of Earth being drawn isn't a real picture of Earth.
This
It is something.
You
No,
could,
it is not.
You
It
could
is
go to a space station
no,
and take a picture of it.
no, you cannot.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
They have cameras.
No, you cannot. It is with a fisheye lens. That is not an authentic picture. That is an altered picture with a fisheye lens, which is going to give you a curve. So there is no picture.
A flat lens.
No, because
Why couldn't
they've asked, because they talked to somebody. I forget what astronaut they was, but they said you have to be. The space station right now isn't far enough away to get the whole Earth in one panoramic picture from, say, an iPhone or something. It's just not that far away. So that is where you get the fisheye lens to get you a wider picture because of how close the space station is to the Earth. So
yeah, but that doesn't matter if you just go. You're not trying to get the whole thing. You could
but you're trying to prove the curve, and you can't prove the curve with a fisheye lens because that's giving you a curve.
Yeah, so but if you just went up there with a smaller phone, yes, you could. You could literally point towards the edge of the Earth, and you would be able to see its curvature going over. Why wouldn't you?
Talk to an astronaut, and he said this. I don't remember where, and I could look it up, but I'm not doing. But like this was on like Rogan or something. Like they asked, maybe it was Neil. Might have been Neil. I don't fucking remember, but I only remember that part because I'm like, oh, like I don't believe this. This is part of space, NASA, and everybody lying.
All right, so we're gonna have to do some homework now. We're gonna have to do some.
Yeah, you are. I'm good. I'm convinced that space. You're the one.
You have to produce now.
I'm good.
You have to now produce some sort of evidence to say that.
Shit.
Yes, you do. Well, then you're bullshit. Your point is invalid, and you're until proven otherwise.
How am I going to prove that space isn't real other than just saying the things that I've just said? Like I don't have. Like what would be more proof than I don't? Here's NASA saying that they drew pictures. You can go on NASA.com and they tell you right on their website. They'll even tell you about the belt or this barrier that's impenetrable. Like I don't like. You could go to NASA.com and it's right there. But other than that, they can't prove to me that space is real. So I can't prove to you that space isn't real because they can't prove to me that it is real. That's the problem here.
Yeah, but
that's why I don't believe it because there's not enough proof to me for me to be like, oh yeah, that makes fucking sense. Like there's not enough there. 1 + 1 isn't equaling 2. So make it make sense, and I'm down. I'll believe in dinosaurs if you can make it make logical fucking sense, but it doesn't make logical fucking sense right now.
Dinosaurs.
I'll believe in anything if you can just make it make sense, but nothing makes sense. And then you got to prove to me that all of this is fucking real and tell me what the definition of real is. That's just that I couldn't just shit on and be like, well, this is just a fucking virtual reality thing. So again, prove to me what is real.
I'm way too tired for this conversation. So
yeah, I know. Just shitting on life. I know. I'm just over here just throwing out facts and stuff.
It's not facts. None of it's facts. It's all opinion. It's all opinionated.
You're out of your mind.
It's absolutely all opinion.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is because you can't prove any of it.
I said you can go to NASA.com and it's right there.
Proof.
What do you?
That's not proof.
What do I need?
Because obviously, because you're just telling me that there's a conspiratorial group that's creating all of this hubbub about.
But people have been saying that NASA's been doing this ever since the first space launch. People have been doubting NASA since the very first space launch. Like that's not a coincidence. So it's not like, oh, I'm just no. People they've been shitting on NASA from rip. So like, I don't. It just makes sense. It's like, oh hell, there's something fishy
that they would
here.
that they would then create this massive fucking like pretty much lie that you're going with and create all of this fake proof to prove their fake point that space and that we've done all this.
The Earth isn't even fucking a ball. They don't even fucking tell you what the shape of Earth is. It's not even a fucking round ball. But yet you want to believe, like, I can't. I just can't believe the government. Sorry, you've
how
lied
would
to me
you
too many
explain the
times.
fact that you can fly from around
It's
the
not.
planet?
It's not a round ball. It's not the shape of a tennis ball.
How would you be able to fly from?
You're not hearing what I'm saying. It is not the shape of a tennis ball. Does the Earth have a curvature? So they say. Yes, so they say.
You can't prove that though. You don't know that.
Like I said, so they say.
It could be a map. It could be a flat map.
Could be, but I'm saying so they say, not what I believe. So they say, as in NASA. So they say, it is not actually not a round ball. It is more of a spherical type thing where we're flatter on top and bottom, and we're more wide around the middle. Which, okay, fine. Well, then why are all of our fucking globes round balls? Why is everything that you make?
Well, they're really
round?
not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Wait, what is it not? I
Look
used to spin
the.
I used to spin the globe all the time in my fucking
but
in high school, and I used to bounce it, and it bounced like a regular ball. No,
yes, but if you take it off of the spinner thing,
that's what I'm talking about. Yep,
you can stand it on top of the tops.
Yeah, because it has the little fucking things that the hooks got to go into.
Because it's flatter there.
No, because that's where the hooks are.
And why? What does that matter? Whether or not it's spherical and or ball, it's close to ball.
Because it is a misrepresentation. You're already indoctrinating kids on a misrepresentation of what the planet is shaped like.
But you don't know that. You don't know whether or not the planet is shaped like that either, because you don't know.
Because exactly that's my point. Because you don't fucking know. You're just trusting some random fucks to be like, yeah, this is the shape.
It could literally be your
screen. So you're already lying to niggas. So, but you're already lying to niggas one way or the other as a youth. Whether it's a ball, whether it's wide, but you're lying to me one way or the other. So how am I going to trust you going further as an adult about this subject when you can't even tell me what the Earth is shaped like as a fact? Like, we can't even get a real demonstration. Like, sorry, I just don't believe fucking.
But when you create when you try to recreate a model of how you see the sun in the morning and why the moon it also looks like a ball. Then, like, if you
that's from our perspective, though. That's because we're so fucking far away. They say we're fucking blah 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 mile away, and that's why things look so fucking round.
But then, when you try to recreate a model,
I'll rock with that. I'll rock with that theory.
You have to use those types of shapes, because if you used it square, then like it would just the shadows and shit wouldn't work.
What?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The way that they got to the Earth being round is due to the fact of the sunlight. And the moon.
What does that have to do?
What do you mean? It has to do with day and night. You have to.
What does that got to do? No, that has nothing to do with the lying that they did. It's either
you're talking about them lying that the fucking shape and that space exists, and because which this lie would have had to start not only when NASA started. This lie would have to start when Galileo existed back in fucking 1300 BC. Like when they were trying to figure out when the first
not necessarily back then. They might not. No, not that back then. They might not have had a full concept of what the fuck they were looking at because their technology was so goddamn primitive. You could just see some shit and be like, "Oh, I don't know what the fuck." Like they didn't even have a concept of virtual reality. Yeah, but when you have a person that's
trying to figure out what a fucking. But if you're having a person that's trying to figure out like why the sun comes up in the day. And then like comes up over here, but then sets over there, and then I can't see it anymore.
Sun. They were just like, "Yo, this light's coming up once in a while at the same time."
How do we explain that? How do we explain that?
And you know what they came up? They come up with some fuck shit answer, and then we ran with it for hundreds of years, and just said, "Fuck it, he's right." This old white guy Galileo, he got it. He's the bull. He said it. It's late. He's white.
He's not white.
He's white. He's not black.
He's not white.
They're white to me.
That doesn't make you right.
Don't care. I'm calling him white. That's not my problem. He's white. All you fucking Italian,
tan,
you're white. I don't
brown.
give a fuck. You're not black. You're not a Mexican. You're not Chinese. You're white. Those are usually
if you saw a full Italian races. From fucking
white,
Rome,
black,
you wouldn't say they're white.
White, black, Mexican, and chink. Those are the four races.
You're then telling me that this guy then convinced the rest of the world
that
with his model
he did
explaining how night and day happens
They didn't know any better. They were like, "Oh, he's fucking Galileo.
What are
He
you
did some
talking
smart
about? They
shit."
thought that the Earth was the center of the galaxy. They thought the Earth was the center of the world or the center of the universe.
Yeah, and then his little fucking ass said, "No, it's not," and they said, "Okay."
Well, then they used math and figured out that it can't be because you're using that the way the mass of the sun is creating the gravity that the Earth then revolves around.
These people also had no idea what the fuck they were talking about.
What are you talking about? That's how we explain the seasons and how we explain day and night now.
That's what they say, but there's nothing like to
So why wouldn't we change it with all the technology that we have today?
The same reason they fucking went with the calendar that they went with. It was just like, hey, you know what, this one works out, and we're just gonna keep rocking with this theory in this one.
They didn't, though. Because the Mayans had their own calendar.
Right, and they said, we're gonna settle up. Well, the Mayan one only went so far.
Yes, because they ran out of fucking. They got wiped off the planet at some point.
I don't think that was it. I think they just got bored and stopped.
They just got bored and stopped. But they had a calendar that didn't match our calendar. The Chinese have their own calendar that doesn't match our calendar.
Right, but
Jews
they also
have their own calendar that don't match our calendar.
But it does match our calendar because they celebrate New Year's Eve when we celebrate New Year's Eve.
No, they don't.
Yes, the fuck they do. They set on fireworks. They set on fireworks January fucking 1st.
Look up Chinese New Year.
I'm not talking about the Chinese New Year. I'm talking about they celebrate our New Year's though when we celebrate our New Year's. We don't celebrate their New Year's.
Thing. That has nothing.
But we don't celebrate their New Year's.
Yeah, because
everybody on the planet on January 1st is setting off fucking fireworks December 30th. Everybody on the planet. That's what they do.
That doesn't mean that you believe that is the resetting of the year and like the circling of the Earth around the sun. Just because your math doesn't line up doesn't mean you can't also party the same thing.
100% can.
No, it doesn't.
Like we don't do that shit. Nobody else celebrates the Chinese New Year other than the Chinese.
Because we're not Chinese.
But nobody else does that. That's my point.
Because we're Americans and we don't do.
Nobody else. I'm not talking about just America. I'm talking about nobody else. Nobody else celebrates any other New Year. But we all celebrate the American New Year. Yeah, we all celebrate the one. Because we all understand that this is the one. Like you could do your own little thing, but this is the one, and we're all going to agree that this is the one, and we're all set off fireworks. Coincidentally, now you can have your little celebration over here. That you can do that. That's fine. Christmas, December 25th. Well, yeah, we're all celebrating Christmas of the world, and we're celebrating Christmas on December 25th. Now, again, you can do your little fucking kike thing over here. You can do your little fucking nigger thing down there. That's great and all, but on December 25th, we all understand what December 25th is. So
that Rome had conquered damn near half the planet, right?
Half the planet at the time. That was a small planet. They didn't fucking.
It's still the same.
They really didn't
conquer
planet. Even half the planet. They literally didn't conquer half the. Not even close.
Yeah, but as you explore and spread out, like with the British Empire at the time, you're spreading fucking people.
Oh well, the British Empire, sure, yeah, they were close.
Yeah, and they went out and they told people, "Yo, this is what we believe. You're going to believe this." It's the same thing with the Inquisitions.
Right, like, you're going to believe just rock with it. That's my point. Old white people said, "You gonna rock with this," and niggas ain't say nothing about it, and niggas just kept going on with it. And now here we are today with this tradition, and it's just like, "Hey man, why we
winners write history, Jay? Winners write history."
No, because niggas is sheeps, and niggas just would rather not think for themselves and just go with the motion. That's all that is. And the niggas that go against the motion, they're the ones that be considered as outcasts and shit. That's all that is. It's been like that throughout history. Anybody that's ever criticized,
not if you get enough people to follow you.
Everybody that's criticized something always fucking be on the fucking small shit.
But then it also triggers change.
No, it don't.
Yes, it does.
Niggas have been going against governments for years and it ain't changed. What you mean?
What are you talking about? You're gonna say
have been saying NASA ain't real for years. Ever since the space, ain't shit changed. What's changed, my nigga?
I don't know. Slavery.
Nothing. Stop it.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Are you on a plantation picking cotton right now?
Slavery still exists today.
Yes, there's also still, but it's not a mass just group of people.
Well, no, but it was never just a mass group of people. It wasn't just black people ever slaves, as much as they would like to make you think that. So, like, I don't like what is the slavery point?
What's going on? What you're telling me is that
everybody, right?
Yeah, but it like
the minority. You know what? And it's funny because the minority that's against sex trafficking still isn't being fucking heard because sex trafficking is still a thing and slavery is still a thing.
Sells. And there's still going to always be slavery. People that have power are still going to get free labor.
Right. So again, the minority here is the ones going against it, and nobody listens to them. It's no different than anything else as far as space isn't real.
The minority would be the people who are running the sex slaves.
And no, they're part of the majority.
No, it's not.
Yes.
If it was the majority, you would see it.
The majority doesn't care. There's a small minority that is out there every day protesting. They're on forums. They're doing sure. Do we like such? I don't give a fuck, honestly. So I'm not even going to be on the side of pro or con.
Yeah, so
I don't care.
Would see it if it was the majority of this is happening, you would see it all the time.
You do see it all the time. It happens every day, every second of the day. Somebody's being kidnapped and being sold into slavery and sex trafficking. That's happening. Now, do I watch the little kid get kidnapped? No, but somebody is. So that's what I'm saying. What do you mean?
That's not the majority, though.
That is the majority.
That's the minority of people getting kidnapped and then sold into sex slavery.
No, it's the majority.
Yes,
it's a massive business.
Yeah, no shit, because people are fucking expensive. Right. There's containers full of people.
The majority doesn't care that it's happening. If the majority cared that it was happening, then it wouldn't be happening anymore, because you would have the majority of people going out there and meaning governments and legislation going after those things purposely.
But people do that when they find out kids are in cages and down in Mexico.
And even then, the majority doesn't care. You have the slight
the majority does care, because you have thousands of millions of people that go to Twitter. It's the difference of whether or not they care and or do something about it is completely different. Yeah,
you're not going to use a social media Twitter that Elon's already said there's bots.
What they do.
We've already proved that Twitter has bots and the shit's half real. So it's not a Twitter thing. I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about people that are actually protesting outside. Even pro-choice. You have a very small majority standing outside of a fucking abortion. It seems like a lot, but most people don't give a fuck.
No, that's also a minority thing.
Right, and those are the people.
There's 10 people that are sitting outside.
That's my point. You're the minority. Your voice isn't really heard. You hear it because it's such a big issue as far as abortion, but at the same time, nobody gives a fuck about you.
But then it's also such a
you're outcast. People are talking shit about you. Ideally, if you're staying out of abortions, the more or less media narrative is you're a piece of shit.
But then if you're also the person that's going into getting the abortions, then you're also the piece of shit.
Yeah,
both sides.
But
it's a 50-50 topic.
Not really, though.
I feel like it probably is.
Nah. You gotta look at who's winning. And who's always winning. The ones that are pro-abortion.
No, because they just got rid of the abortions.
No, all they did was say
Roe v. Wade's, and then it's
all they did
in certain states.
All they did was return it to the states now, which is where it should have been before.
So then the states that have now outlawed it, you're saying that those are the minority?
I don't know how many have outlawed it. I don't know. I don't know what. I know a lot of states just haven't touched whatever they've done. So I don't know which ones have passed laws to be like, hey, no, we're actually reversing our stuff, and versus the ones that are now we're good. We're just gonna whatever you. But then also,
if they were the majority, then all the states would have just kept it as oh yeah, we're keeping it this way.
Which I feel like a lot of them did keep it that way. I don't know I don't remember how many states that I heard. I feel like it wasn't a lot.
All right, well, I will get that number and I will give it back to you. But what I'm saying is that the fact of people going out and bothering their own lives to try and change something that's going on, they're not going to do, because people get comfortable. People are okay with things going on as long as it doesn't affect their lives. So,
yeah, that's the thing. And that's why us minority.
I don't know how we get from space to abortion to the thought process.
You're just using examples of people in the minority.
I know, but you're talking about the minority of people. Then this started because you think that the minority group of people that don't believe that the way that we calculated that the sun rises and then sets every day, and then will come back the very next day, is wrong, and that it doesn't exist.
What I'm saying is anybody that doesn't believe in anything mainstream is an outcast, including the people that don't believe in space, flat earthers, people that believe in giants, mole people, all of that shit. They are outcasts because it goes against the mainstream narrative of no, there's not. That is my point.
Yes, because you're
So it's not that
creating a
we're wrong. It's
consensus.
just that, oh, we are made to seem crazy by the mainstream. So even if they were right, like even if Bob Lazar comes out to be right ever in life, he was always made to feel like an outcast and like he was a piece of shit and that he was wrong and he was
Yeah,
gaslit.
but you'll always, unless you can prove the thing that.
But he was trying to prove that the government fucked with his documents and everything. And people are now kind of on the side because he's like, oh shit, you've been on Rogan, you proved your story more. Still, though, the mainstream narrative, well, he's fucking nuts, though, right? Like, he's got to be fucking great because the government's like, nah, yeah, he's fucking nuts. Like, don't believe this fucking Bob Lazar guy. Like, and that's just what more people will go to because people don't want to believe in fucking space and aliens and all that other nonsensical
Well, you don't
nonsense.
think that the group, the protection of people would be, well, it would be to protect themselves if they don't need to know about this. They don't
So they
need to know.
say.
Well, I mean,
Right.
I
Yeah.
would.
I mean, yeah, and that's also a problem. Like, if space isn't real, like, why do they need to know? But like, I'd want to know. I'd want to know if there were giants. I want to know if there's fucking people that live in the center of the earth that do like all that. Like,
Yeah, and you as an individual, that'd be cool. But if you then go out and tell the masses, people are stupid. People as a group are
well, yeah, because
stupid.
they believe whatever without thinking for themselves. Most are sheep.
So wouldn't it be much easier to push this one narrative where everyone then believes the same thing?
No,
Which is
because
the
you've
same
been
thing with like
indoctrinated
religion.
since you were a child to believe one thing. So it takes only a free thinker to think outside the box and start thinking like, hey, you know what? This mainstream narrative, this wasn't right. Like I've been only learning, I've been told lies my whole life. Like it takes a free thinker.
Yeah, and
Like,
then if
but
you can
most
figure out a
aren't.
way to prove your angle, then you can then sway the masses. Like
No,
that. Yes. What do you mean? They
no,
literally did it back in the day.
no.
They thought that the Earth was the center of the galaxy. Then it got proved that the sun is the center of the galaxy with
So they
math.
say.
I
Like
guess so they
the same
say,
way
but
they
like,
proved that he was wrong at one point, very well could be proved to at another time. The same way they said, "Oh, well, Earth is this old." Actually, it's really this old. Actually, it's really that. Like all of that shit can always change. Gravity's still a fucking, or the theory of relativity is still a theory.
but the
It's not even a
majority
fact
had
yet,
still
but we treat
thought
it
the
like
Earth was the
like it's
center
real.
of the universe, is what I'm saying. And then it got
But that's
switched
also based off of
due
other
to proof.
things. Proof of what? Just a different calculation.
Yeah, it's
Just a
the
different
calculation
narrative.
of explaining the things. You got to use math to explain your points.
I don't
There
think
has to
so.
be some sort of
Because like
mathematical backbone to
that's the
what you
whole
were
thing of
saying.
theories. Like it's not a theory doesn't
Yeah,
need to be necessarily proven. It just has to have enough to be like, ah, yeah, that's probably right.
yeah, but then to take a
So
theory to prove to it to be fact, there has to be
so how do you? But you can't
scientific.
prove that the Earth is or the sun is because you don't know the exact distances of everything. Especially at that time with Galileo, you don't know how fucking far Mars is from the sun. You don't know any of that. There's no way to even gauge that.
Well, that's why they use math. I don't know. We're way
Right?
out of
How are
our
you going to use
wheelhouse on
math to
how
even
smart we'd
gauge
have to
that
be to
though?
do this.
Like, how do you gauge that? How do you be like, oh yeah, let me just look at my eyes and be like, yeah, that's about a couple trillion miles away. That doesn't
Well, that's
how.
how you use math.
So how?
You're
What's the
talking
math?
about people that
What's
are
the math?
mathematicians.
How
I
would you
don't
use the
know the
math?
math.
Oh well,
You're
come on
talking
now.
to people that don't
See, so you're
know
not even.
these things. No, I'm not
So you
certified to
don't
tell
even
you
know the
this.
math. You just trust the math. You're not even
Jay,
out here checking the math.
I'm
You're just like,
going to
yeah,
kill
these
you.
guys
In
did
game,
the
I'm
math for
going to
me
kill you.
back in the day when they had sticks and stones. And I'm just gonna say that it holds up in 2023. You don't even know the equation. I'm cool, fam. We not out here just believing everything. It's crazy, crazy,
Okay, well,
crazy.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to bed. You can go
Yeah,
fuck yourself.
I just got
Space
you
is
woke.
real. Eat dicks.
Space ain't real. None of
No,
this
it's
shit's real.
not.
You gotta know
No,
what's the
not.
definition of real. Tell me what's the definition of real. That because you touch,
Yeah.
that's real.
So, do you believe that like atoms and things are real?
I don't know what's real. We have to figure out a definition of what's real and prove to me that this isn't even a virtual reality simulation of some type of sorts. Like, how do you do that?
So you don't.
how do you do that? How do you prove that this is real and what is real? Like how like that's the problem. I don't know if you could ever prove that this is real and tell me what is real. Like how do I know? You know what I
You can
mean?
touch, you can feel, you
But how
feel
do you say?
emotions,
Who's
things
to
can
say that
burn
this
you, can
isn't
hurt you.
a reality, a virtual reality or simulation? Like, how do you prove that? Be like, oh well, just touch this, and that makes you think that you're how? Tell me how. Tell me what makes that not a simulation or not real. Like, just explain that to me. Make that make sense, and then sure we can even start going on to other things. But prove to me what is real, and that this is real, and all of this isn't a concept, and like we're just not dying and then waking up. We're going like no. How do we know it's real? You're just going off of it. Motherfuckers like, oh yeah, you're conscious. What the fuck is conscious? You think for yourself. All right. That's not nothing.
Oh,
All right.
I mean, you learn, you grow, you have memories,
That
you
doesn't make you
experience
real.
things.
That doesn't make conscience.
So that doesn't make the experience real. The experience of what you have experienced in life could be real. It will
For the
actually, it would then
situation.
be real, even if it is a simulation. The experiences that you have had in the said simulation were also real
It
because
would
they
be
are
a real,
memories.
but it
Those are
wouldn't
your
be real though. It would be a virtual
no, it would be
simulation.
real, but it would be
It'd be a real
virtualized.
simulation, right?
Yeah. So then, therefore, it is real
But not real,
because what
real.
you no realism
No,
is just experience.
no,
Yes, 100%. Yes,
no,
because when those things happened to you, it was real.
no.
You thinking back onto anything when you were a child or things that you experienced when 10 seconds from now, this right now is real because you've now experienced it. Realism is just your experience of things that have happened to you.
But I don't believe this is happening to me. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like how do I know this is me? Like that's what I'm saying. Like how do I know that? Like sure you say oh it's real in a simulation, but that's not real.
Well, the
Like
only
that's
way that
not
you can
like the
answer
same
that
way
is
like
by
we play a
thinking back
GTA
to
or a
what
first
things
person
happened to
shooter.
you before.
You get smacked in a first person shooter. That's not real. You didn't get shot in real life or in the real like you got shot in the game, which is virtual. So that's not real. It's not a real experience.
Yeah, but if you
Nothing
were to get
happened to you.
But if you were to get shot, that's not your experience. Your experience was you playing as them. You weren't able to experience being shot. If you were to experience getting shot,
Right.
that was real to you.
What?
What don't you get, bro? What realism is just the experience. It's just your physical and psychological experience of events that happened in your life.
Right. I mean, who's to say this is a real physical thing?
Because you
Like,
can touch it, you can feel it, you'll feel pain, you'll feel emotions, you feel
but
hunger, you feel
that's what our definition of like that's not real though. Like that's just what we're saying is real.
but
Real is something you can touch and
you can think back
do
to a
all of that.
memory where you will also be able to you'll know like you have that memory due to the experience of what happened, which makes it real to you.
No, it would just be like a save. It would be like hitting a load file in a video game. Like that's not real.
Well, no, because it's passed through your eyes. You'll only remember it through your eyes. You won't be
Right.
able to
So it's
remember it
like
through a third person.
right. So it's like me hitting a fucking save button and just loading a memory or loading a fucking save file. But that's not real. Like if you were to die and get out of it and
But
like
your experience
ah,
of that through that your eyes was real to you at the time.
but it wouldn't be if I know I'm in a simulation.
All right. Well, either way, this is fucking going on way too long. I'm
Like
going to
that would
fucking
be the
bed.
thing. If I
Okay.
know it's not real.
All right. Well, if you
Because it
guys have
wouldn't be
enjoyed
real.
any of this fuck shit, then please like and subscribe. We have homework now. I have to figure out how to prove that that space is real. The planets.
You can't.
All right, shut up, Jay.
You literally fucking can't.
Oh Jesus
That's
Christ!
what I'm trying to
Once
tell
again, I
you.
get to go play Sherlock fucking Holmes. Okay, thank you.
Thank NASA for that.
Mm-hmm. No, well, thank you everybody for showing
Like
up. If
you
anyone,
want answers, talk to the American government, the most
Shit.
shadiest motherfuckers out there.
But then
Right?
why do China, Russia, who don't have the same interests,
Sure they
why
do.
How are they agreeing with the U.S. that space is real? Why have they come to the why wouldn't somebody be like, yeah, no, none of that's all that shit's fuck shit.
Well, for one, I feel like China wasn't in on it at first because they weren't getting to space. They were a fucking third world country.
Yeah, they
So
didn't
then
have a
once
space
they
program, and then they got
so
a
then
space
once they
program.
popped up, now it's like, hey, we have to let you in on these fucking things. Like, this is what it is. And hell, you would see for yourself because you would get up there and be like, oh, hey, this is a bunch of
We're
fuck
not
shit
getting
up
into
here.
this. We'll talk about this next week. Okay. I'm
The
going to
same
bed.
way, like the conspiracy of like, oh,
Going
why would they block
to
off
bed.
parts of Antarctica? Like, yeah, what would make all of these countries that beef with each other want to block off this one section on the planet? That doesn't make sense. Right, because there's obviously something there, something happened. And now we're going to perpetuate some bullshit on why you can't go there. There's something fucking there, but you don't want to tell us? Again, but you want to trust these motherfuckers when they tell you that the sun's coming up tomorrow at 5:30. Whatever. Hey,
No, I
look,
don't
everybody
believe
believe
that
whatever
the
they
sun's
want.
coming up
Whatever's going to
tomorrow.
help
The
you go to
sun
sleep
does
at
come up
night
tomorrow.
and go to work in the morning, that's great. I'm just telling you. I don't believe in none of that shit. So
how do you explain the light bulb in the sky?
how do I explain the light bulb in the sky? I don't know. That's my whole thing with everything. I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't believe in anything because I can't prove that anything's
But
not
then
anything.
your argument is for me to question everything that we experience through life, just because you don't have any answers to that it doesn't exist.
But nobody has the answer. It's not just I don't. Nobody does.
But
That's the problem.
I should question the things that everybody has come to terms with being correct because
They just believed a lot of people that were smarter than them. There's like 10 people on the planet that are smarter than everybody. Not it's more than 10. And they just said whatever, and everybody else is a bunch of fucking retards. And we're all like, oh yeah, and they hit you with some fucking random math equation. Oh yeah, to calculate the way it's this times that times this number times this exclamation point. But the exclamation point you gotta solve. Like it's a lot of fuck shit to where us regular degulars are like, bro, you know what? You've got it, smart motherfucker. You know how to add a fucking exclamation point and a period together to get a number, bro. You're doing some other shit. Here you go. We'll
yes, because
trust
we
you.
don't.
But even that
We
doesn't
don't.
make fucking sense. When you look at a math equation, they teach you 1 + 1 = 2. And then they're like, hey, 1 + 1 = exclamation point with a period and an ampersand sign. Solve for ampersand. What? Hold on. Now we're throwing fucking signs in here? This is bullshit. Stop this. Stop this. It's just a way to confuse the small-minded motherfuckers that are us. It's all it is. It's all one giant fucking thing.
This
It's a
is a
lot of
2, by
system.
the way. This is a 2. This is 2:15. Here, I'll even put it on there.
What's
It is
2:15?
2:16 in the morning, and you are ranting that space isn't real.
I'm passionate, man. What do you want?
Well, we will
It's all
continue this
bullshit.
passionate conversation next week. Okay, I'm going to bed.
All right.
Thank you for anybody who showed up.
Right.
If you start ranting again, I will fucking mute you. I have the power to do that.
Catch me on fucking Twitch, and I'm gonna fucking finish this.
And 4chan. Find him on the pages of 4chan. He is J fucking Weezy 99 on 4chan.
Yeah, find me.
You should be on 4chan. You should just be on there fucking creating armies of people that don't believe space is real. Just do it. Just start doing it.
Oh my god, there's already a legion of people. How do you think I got this deep in? I've watched so many videos on fucking space and how it's not real, and like,
don't you start again.
Huh?
Don't you start again. This is definitely becoming a clip. If you've liked what you've seen, please hit the like and subscribe. It would mean the world to us. But all right, everybody, have a great night.
See,
I'm gonna go drink heavily.
There you go.
Bye.
Dude. I'm on NASA.com now.